Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Play Witch on the Holy Night. So, it is the Among Us Gaki no Tsukai murder mystery no laugh thing. We got choices. I'm going to be picking whatever I want, and we will be going through pretty much everything, because I feel like there's going to be multiple endings. We've already got one of them with the dead end, which people explained to me, because I was like, how does this work with, Toko being there? And people said, no, we have canon, an answer. She just killed herself after, the start of like, what would be Mihoyo 2, which would be in the summer, and put her consciousness in a doll, which we've seen she does that in Garden of Sinners there. And so the curse is gone. Just kill yourself, transfer yourself to another doll. Sure. All right. Right. I was going to point out that we're one person down. Our teacher has been gone for a while. I feel like it was about time I pointed out that we were still missing someone.
どうかしら。そうはいかないと思うわよ、ゆいちゃん。リツカ、それはどういう？木の実くんやリデルさんはともかく、時津さんは無理やり誰かに笑わされた可能性があるんだから。
I feel like he's the type of old man that laughs really easily, though.
それに、あっちゃんはこう言ったわ。使用者が定めた条件だって。このプロイは事故で起動したんじゃなくて、誰かが意図的に起動させたってことでしょ？
So again, we have an idea on who it probably is, but we have to see if that's going to be confirmed as we go on.
では、犯人がいるってこと。そいつが誰かはわからないけど、こんなルールを作った以上、何としても私たちを笑わせようとするんじゃない？
I'm really, again, so there's one piece of Alice art that I've never seen in the game that is very famous. I know about it, and I already know what the context is going to be, but my question is why? So I'm excited for that. It'll probably be in the thumbnail, because I'm almost certain we'll see it today. If you've seen it, you might have been like, what the frick? Right? It's true.
そう、その通りなのです。このルールの底意地が悪いところは、殺害方法が犯人だけの特権ではないことよ。極論として、犯人を突き止めなくても生き残れる方法はある。要は、他人に笑わせられなければいいんだから。
やられる前にやれ。
Okay. That's a quote from the Bible. You're trying to cozy up?
自分以外の人間を先に消してしまえば安全だ。
Except, okay, that's not the same. It's do unto others as they would do to you, not do unto others before they do unto you. That's actually not. Never mind. He's not cozying up at all. He's poking fun at them.
1、今、洋館は笑うと死ぬ世界になっている。2、その状況を望んだ
Oh, we're going with
A がいる。
person A.
3、俺たちはその人物 A が誰なのかを見抜くまで安心できない。なぜなら、その人物 A はすでに時津老人を殺害しており。4、必然俺たちは自分以外の人間を疑い、正体を暴くか、朝まで身を守るか、笑わせて消していくしかないと。
生き残れるのはただ一組。
Oh my god, wait, are we gonna be waging war against each other's groups?
何かっこよくまとめてんのよ、あんたは。アリス、これ何番のプロイ
？15番。まじないと確率変動、二神同体、願掛けによる魔力強化のプロイキッシャーよ。
There's a lot more of them than I thought.
あちゃ
Bollocks.
やっぱりスイーツハーツだったか。
Bollocks. Dang, she's British.
最悪。あんなの使うやつがいるなんて、どんだけ優柔不断なのよ、日本人って。
You know what? That's fair. We've had the opposite with some of the Fate characters, so sure.
スイーツハーツ？それがこのプロイの名前なの？アリス。イエス。一定のルールを作ってその中で生き延びたパーティーの魔力を向上させる戦闘前の運試しみたいなプロイよ。大抵はみんな全滅してスイーツハーツの一人勝ち、生存者はいないってデスゲームだけど。
This sounds terrible.
じゃ私はアリスと組むから。は？何をその組むって？これはパーティーサバイバルなの。
Party survival. Okay.
二人一組で挑んだ方が勝率は上がるわ。だって最終的には面倒な犯人当てより力ずくの笑わせ合いになるのは明白でしょ。誰だって最後に生き残るのは自分でありたいんだし。その点私とアリスなら絶対よ。アリスは笑わないし、私はパーティージョークを担当できるし。
I don't think we've ever seen her laugh. That is true.
そうでしょ、アリス。
そうね。しずきくん、お願いできる？
Dang.
そうだね。聞いた限り、アリスなら安全だ。
Sorry, I just saw sure based. And yep.
優しさとかないの、あんたたちには。
なるほど。自分が犯人ではないと思う信じられる知人をパートナーにして協力し合うのですね。シスターユイカ、よろしいですか？
Alright. Again, I think it's Yuika. I think she's the one who did this all. So my man is possibly making a mistake, but at the same time might be safer than anyone else.
そうですね。恐ろしいことですが、この中で最も信用できるのはエイリ神父のようですから。
Also, can I just say, having a blind person is an unfair advantage. Sight gags are rendered useless.
私はのけ者か。ハコちゃん、私と組む？リデル、組みましょう。今夜だけは過去のことは水に流して。
You just want to be with the music star.
流しましょう。私のことも水に流しましょ
Alco just wants to be with the musician.
いいわよ。好きに
Also,
して。
technically like both enemies of Alice.
いざとなれば二人で洋館ごとコッパみじんよ。
自然な流れだな。じゃあまあ、常識人らしく俺たちは俺たちで組むか。
People also pointed out that it seems like because again, this is supposed to be after Witch on the Holy Night 2, which would have been in the summer. We see the characters being a lot more open about magic and knowing about it, like the regular ones, and that is something to point out. That is interesting. And yeah, if Riddell has been kind of hanging around his mansion there, yeah, he'd know about it. Oh, she's so nervous. I didn't see that coming. All the weirdness and murder mysteries were bad enough, but now this?
宗十郎さんと組めないんなら僕は一人でいいや。
Do you know the concept of
遊
laughter?
びだしさ。
No, I think he would.
あー、残念。それじゃあ私は山城先生と。
Again, we are...
What?
Yeah, we're missing him. We all looked at each other. I'd been wondering when someone would notice. Mr. Yamashiro had been missing for a while. Well, Mr. Yamashiro, you know, Shiro. White is the color of death, so... We began a manhunt for Mr. Yamashiro. Once we'd separated into groups to scour the mansion, Ritsuka, in charge of the second floor guest rooms, called us together.
ここ山城先生の客室ね。鍵はかかっているの？
かかっていなかったわ。留守だと思って中を覗いてみたんだけど。
Oh? Ritsuka trailed off. Was my imagination or is she stifling a laughter?
とにかく中を見て。
Oh.
話はその後にしましょ
Oh
う。
my god, what's gonna be in the room? Following Ritsuka's direction, we stepped into the room. What is it? Oh. Inside, there was a field of flowers. Oh my god. In its center lay the body of Mr. Yamashiro.
ファラオ眠りって。
She's trying to hold it in. Ozaki desperately tried not to laugh. It took a serious effort for me too. Inappropriately, I couldn't help but see the image of Mr. Yamashiro lying serenely on a bed of flowers, more as a Kohaku New Year's singing contestant than as a coffin viewing. What is that? And please don't tell me we're gonna get Kohaku localized that way for the remake. New Year's singing? Oh. Okay, so Kohaku no Uta is the New Year's sing competition. Except here's the problem. They usually do it spelled like Kohaku is in the name from Tsukihime. So please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that is what we are going to be no, because no. We have Melty Blood type Lumina. We have the names localized. We know that they won't do that, right?
いやはや、至って健全な方だと思っていたのですが。
He really didn't.
山城先生は普段どんな人生を送りたいと思っていたのでしょう。
Oh my god, he's holding it in.
何これ、ただの教師が私より派手な死に方とかふざけてるの？
皆さん、詮索はそこま
God,
でです
you have an advantage.
個人の人間性をどうこう言うのはデリカシーが欠けています。今後、新たな犠牲者が出たとき、その死を笑うようなことはないように。いいですね。
Well, I mean, yeah, because we gotta make sure we don't die ourselves.
はい、すみません。確かに不謹慎でした。
Oh, he's trying.
やはりこういう時は頼りになりますね。ゆいかくんは。
大人として当然の注意です。学生を監督する立場なのですから、営利神父も軽はずみな行為は控えてください。
The room felt colder after Sister Yuika's scolding. After we finished examining the room, Miss Kuonji locked it behind us, and we returned to the drawing room. Oh, spooky. A somber mood settled over the parlor. The gloom wasn't from any sense of grief, but rather a certain feeling that pervaded the group after we split into pairs. Suspicion between the teams.
客室に乱れた様子はなかった。山城を客室に誘い込んだのか、山城が客室にいる時にやってきたのか。
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Mr. Yamashiro the type of guy who would absolutely let anyone in his room. I don't trust him.
どちらにせよ、親しい中での不意打ちだったんだろう。山城はルールを知らなかったから、あっさり笑わされたんだろうが。
Tsukiji spoke to everyone in the room. Usually, Father Eri was the one leading the discussion, but now he was silent. Maybe Tsukiji felt he had to step up.
何飛び丸。あんたにしちゃ歯切れが悪いじゃない。今の憶測に間違いはないと思うけど。
いや、教会組やクオンジはともかく、俺や青崎、クマリは山城先生をよく知ってるだろ。あのヒルアンドンが他人の冗談に心から笑うっていうのはかなりレアな出来事じゃないか。
True, because it has to be a full laugh. It's not just a giggle, right? But a belly laugh. He was right. Mr. Yamashiro's smile alone was easygoing, but he was neutral to a fault. He never responded strongly to people's opinions, almost to a point of utter indifference. For him to laugh hard, it must have been taken by surprise like victims on prank TV shows.
まあ、どうやって笑わせたかは後回しだ。
I have an idea. I'm gonna hold on to that for now.
本気で攻めてきてるみたいだからな。仲良し時間は終わりにして。
そうですね。この中の誰が A なのか。
There it is. There it is. Among us. And then in the same sentence. Sus.
犯人探しを始めましょう。
I can't believe it. Among Us would, honestly, if Among Us had a you laugh, you lose mode, that would be freaking great. Could you imagine? I don't know how they would do it, but that could be the most legendary game mode. I don't think anybody wanted to hear that, but we all knew it needed to happen. There was no way around it anymore. Somebody here intentionally made both Mr. Takitsu and Mr. Yamashiro laugh. In Takitsu's case, they even used explosive. Wait.
ごめん。今更だけど、
Yeah.
時津さんの死因ってもしかして。
うん。パンに殺されたんだろうね。
トッキーらしいわ。この世に小麦粉がなければ僕は前衛美術で世界を救っていたとか
What?
よくこぼしていたもの。
What does that mean? Tsukiji scratched his head apologetically. He looked frustrated with himself for thinking so much about the time of death and the identity of the killer. I guess he did have a more sensitive side.
犯人探しなんてするまでもないと思いますが、これがプロイキッシャーによる犯行なら、第一容疑者はクオンジ・アリス、第二容疑者は青崎青子、第三容疑者はメイリデル・アーシェロット、以上の3名に絞られます。
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Anyone can, like, pick up a kickshaw.
彼女たちをここで笑わせてしまえば解決です。脇腹をえぐるなり、足の裏をそぐなりすれば、人間は笑います。物理的に。
Can you not bring up the feet thing, please? Thank you.
ゆいちゃん、ちょっと落ち着いて。
No tickling.
冷静になりましょうみんな。喧嘩は良くないわ。犯人の思うツボよ、きっと。もっとミステリ的に考えましょう。まずはアリバイ検証とか、ほら、物理的に穏やかな方向で。
律香に賛成です。ゆいかくんも。
Oh,
それは
last
最後の
resort
手段
there.
として
Yeah.
取っておいてくださいね。築地くんやくまりさんが同席しているんですから。
アリバイ検証はちょっと待ってもらえますか。その前にスイーツハーツだっけか、そいつの特徴を詳しく聞きたいんですけど、クオンジ、知ってることを話してくれ。ルールがどうたら以前に、そいつがどういう形なのか。
An express, like, explanation of the rules is probably a good idea.
そうね。肝心なことを説明していなかったわ。スイーツハーツは卵型のプディングよ。
Oh, it's the pudding
王
one.
冠を逆さにしてゆで卵を乗せたような形。
Right. There it is.
斬新ね。プリンに殺されるミステリとか今まで聞いたこともなかったわ。
バカなの？それは発動する前の形よ。スイーツハーツは自分を食べた相手にそっくりそのまま擬態するの。
Oh. Really?
というか、スイーツハーツを食べちゃった時点で食べた人間、これが使用者ね。
Oh.
使用者は卵の中に閉じ込められて、外にはスイーツハーツが擬態した使用者が現れる。
Well, that makes the fact that the one with the axe outside that killed us in the dead end looks like our boy Sojiro kind of a thing. It almost looks, and his face almost looks like the, oh shoot, that thing but that wouldn't be him, because then that would make this the doppelganger.
活動を始めたスイーツハーツは人間の形をしているってこと。
Okay, so the human replaces it. Okay.
理屈も道理もあえて聞かないが、要は本物と偽物が入れ替わるんだな。
it, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it.
前言は撤回してあげる。飛び丸だけは去る以上ね。そう。スイーツハーツは使用者に化けるプロイなの。
Okay.
それも完全に。
Oh.
何しろ起動してしまったら、スイーツハーツすら自分が犯人だとは思っていない
It
の。
doesn't even know. Interesting.
完全に化けるってそういうことでしょ？犯人と思わしき奴をどんなに詰問しても拷問しても、それがスイーツハーツだっていう客観的かつ絶対的な証拠がないと正体は暴けない。使用者は証拠を突きつけられて、ようやく自分がスイーツハーツだって気がつくのよ。
Okay.
何そのロジッ
Stop.
クパズル。たまんないです。正直もうたまんないです。
You're laughing.
一流のスパイはまず自分はスパイではないと自己暗示をかけると言います。
I don't trust you.
厄介ですね。
And I feel like you're the type to secretly sneak sweets. Because that is an endearing character trait they would give to the stoic one.
いえ、それはおかしい。犯人は明確に笑わせに来ているのでしょ。それで自覚がないというのはどうも。
Could be like an under the surface longing to do it, right?
スイーツハーツとスイーツハーツが代行している人間はオンオフで切り替わるの。
Huh.
普段は代行している人間そのものだけど、ルール実行可能な条件になると、そ
Huh.
の時だけ スイーツハーツの人格に切り替わる。もちろん代行している人間の時の人格にはスイーツハーツを起動した時の記憶は消失しているわ。
What kind of setup was this? So we were dealing with a formless butcher, a murderer with no ill intent. That meant the murderer could be anyone. Even me. Any one of us could be Sweetheart.
みんな落ち着いて、冷静になりましょう。楽しいからって騒いだり喧嘩したり、もう我慢できない私は家に帰るぞとか叫んで飛び出していったりしちゃダメよ。絶
Yeah,
対死ぬから。
The last one we tried.
私としてはまずあなたに冷静になってほしいのですが。
Oh, your
冷静になんて
faces.
なれない。お願い、夢でも覚めないで。盛り上げるためにみんなあと半分ぐらい殺されて、そして当然最後に生き残るのは
You know, they don't even need to show a fist flying to show the impact of that.
そこまでのとんでもプロいとは思わなかったわ。これは真面目にアリバイ検証するしかなさそうね。
そうだな。誰がスイーツハーツかは判明しないが、誰なら2人を殺せたかは見えてくるかもしれねえ。それぞれこの一日の行動を証言しよう。もし自分の記憶と違ったところがあったら、
I have a few things I want to look out for.
それじゃあ、まずは俺からだな。
No one objected to Sakichi's initiative. If he didn't want to go first, he'd look suspicious.
俺は午前10時にベオと木の実、時津のじいさんと
Gotta put this in my mental stack. Okay.
俺たちはクオン寺に挨拶した後、それぞれ与えられた客室で休憩。11時には今に再集合し、昼食をとった。
Mm-hmm.
そうだな。確かそのあたりで時津のじいさんはいなくなってたな。
Okay. So Bayo, Konomi, Yurihiko were all here in the morning. They came back for lunch, and Yurihiko was missing.
午後になって青崎、山城、熊
Then we
木が
got them.
到着。
Okay.
夕方になってリデルが呼ばれもしないのに乱入。何度かトイレで席を立ったが、基本的には居間とサンルームで過ごしていた。俺が居間にいた間、常に姿があったのはクオン寺だけだ。
私は午前中は街で買い物をして、そのまま昼過ぎにクマリと合流。なぜか山城先生もいたわ。
I mean, he's dead now. I don't think we have to worry about him.
3人で洋館に到着したのが2時過ぎ。居間で飛び丸たちに挨拶して、あとは居間とサンルームを行ったり来たりだったかな。
You did go to your room for a bit.
ご不条で何度か席を立ったけど、一度もトッキーとは顔を合わせていないわ。
But why were you up in the rooms? There was a time when you were.
僕もするの？いいけど、みんなと変わらないよ。3連休だったので、昨日はトビーの家で寝泊まりしてあげてたよ。ホウスケも一緒だったんで、うるさいことこの上なかったです。
You just... Okay, one, I guess you're in school. Because you're talking about the long weekend. But also, you just hang out at people's houses?
で、朝になってから3人で一緒に公園まで行って、じいさんと合流して、
Nice.
ロールスロイスでここの門に到着。
Even an ancient, you know, primordial wolf spirit can look at a Rolls Royce and go, nice.
10時にはアリスに挨拶して、あとはずっとゴロゴロしてました。
Okay. Decision. I'm gonna just say the one that gets to me is Aozaki's story, because we saw her up in a room. The only thing is, at 10 I said, what's up? To Alice, so I've been chilling the whole time. But no, because then how could that be? I'm gonna say Ozaki and Bayo's stories don't add up.
ほとんど屋敷にいたんだけど、パーティーの準備が忙しくて、あまりみんなと話していないな。
That's true, you have been missing.
誰かさんと誰かさんが手伝ってくれないから。それはともかくとして、基本的には今にいたよ。買い出しとか庭の手入れもしたけど、あれは午後だったかな。
We really didn't see you.
時津さんが大変なことに。
Okay.
私はそうね、人手がなかったからトッキーが来る前に自分で西館の施錠を済ませて
So before
今に移動
anyone
した。
arrived. Okay.
プロイの保管庫を含めて西館には立ち入り禁止の部屋が多いから。
But then who else could have gone there?
それからはずっと居間でゲストの様子を見ていたけど、誰がいつどのくらい席を立っていたかまでは把握していないわ。
How could people have gone into the ploy vault then?
私も青崎と同じだけど、一応証言はしとく。午後1に青崎、山城先生と合流して、午後2時過ぎに久遠寺邸に到着。
God, it feels like I'm playing like a proper mystery game again. It's good practice for Rain Code.
客室で一度休憩を取ったのが3時半から4時。
Mhm.
4時にロビーに神父さんたちがやってきたのを覚えています。あと、そうだ、仮眠中、誰かの笑い声が聞こえた気がするけど、気のせいかもしれないし、これは推理の材料にしないで。
Right, we did hear that. Decision J. Shizuki's story doesn't add up. Miss Kuonji's, I don't think what I said adds up. You can doubt yourself? What the frick? Okay. Tokitsu was dead when he returned to his room in the evening. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say Alice's doesn't add up.
私は午後の業務を済ませ、
Oh god, are we gonna have to actually get the right ones? This is tough. This is the toughest visual novel ever.
午後4時に洋館に到着し、サンルームでお茶をいただいているとリレル君が乱入し、
Okay.
その後、時津氏が殺害されていることが判明しました。こちらに来てからは、時津氏と出会っていません。また、山城先生の姿が消えたのは、時津氏の事件が発覚する前だったと思います。
私もエイリ神父と同じです。この屋敷に到着してから事件が起きるまで、一度も今から離れてはいません。
I don't.
私はあっちゃ何度か席を立っちゃったな。
Wow, you're just saying it.
だってあっちゃんが家にあげてくれるなんて珍しいじゃない。レアものも見たいなーと歩き回ってたけど、案の定どこもロックは完璧でした。
Honestly, you're so kind of free-spirited. I kind of trust you.
でも2階には行ってないわよ。これは本当。
So remember, there was someone in Aoko's room. We know that. So I'm gonna say that Sister Yuika's story doesn't add up. Someone who can't see, right? Alright, let's see here. I bet you we didn't get the right ones. There's no way. The mood was a little tense, but there were no obvious contradictions between the alibis. Yeah, that sounds like the you didn't do it exactly right to get them all response. The room grew silent. There wasn't enough evidence to pinpoint the time of Tokitsu's death. Nobody heard an explosion, and apparently, thanks to this ploy kickshaw nonsense, even rigor mortis wasn't a reliable indicator. Since there was no way to deduce the exact time of death by examining the body, we can only estimate it based on the last time Tokitsu and Mr. Yamashiro were seen. Mr. Tokitsu likely died between 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. Mr. Yamashiro between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. However, everyone was together at 7 p.m., so it must have been a time between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Only 3 people had solid alibis. Miss Kuonji, Father Eri, and Sister Yuika. Tsukichi and I have alibis when it comes to Mr. Yamashiro, because we were both in the drawing room at the time. Ozaki, Shizuki, and Bayo were unknowns.
でも怪しいのはプロイのことを知っている青子とアリス、あとリツカだよね。
Not necessarily. I feel like it could have been someone who just ate it for the fact that it was out, but who put it out, right?
前もって知る機会があったかは別にして、まずはそこから検討しないとな。今日ここで知ったのか、初めから知っていたのか。この
He was right. We didn't know when the ploy was activated. If it was me or Mr. Yamashiro, once we arrived at the mansion, we'd need to find Sweet's hearts and activate it without knowing what it was. Not impossible, but not realistic. That would classify this game as a type of murder mystery involving sudden crimes, the kind of scenario where unexpected tragedies occurred one after another. On the other hand, if someone knew about the ploy and had access to it any time they wanted, they would make this a premeditated crime. There was no need to figure out when the ploy was found. Person A would have already switched places with the ploy and executed their plan at leisure once everyone was gathered. Currently, that was the most likely scenario.
初めからプロイを知っているという前提で絞るなら、怪しいのは青崎だな。青崎なら両名を殺せる時間があった。律香さんの場合、時津じいさんの殺害は難しい。クオンジはずっと今にいた唯一の人間だ。犯行には及べない。
そうね、それは否定しないわ。その二人に関してなら、私はいくらでもやれるチャンスはあったでしょう。
It's always a risky thing when someone's like, you could have been the murderer, to say, you know, I can't deny that. That's always risky. But then again, I feel like the whole point of it is to show, like, I am speaking truthfully. And truthfully, yes, you are right, that would be bad. But then again, a crazy killer might be fine with that.
では、やはり。やはりって何をやはりって。あくまで可能性の話でしょ。それを言うなら、洋館にやってきて、すぐにプロイを発見して、勢い食べちゃって、それでスイーツハーツになっちゃったって偶然もあるわけだし。怪しさで言えばみんな同じよ。水かけ論だわ。
私とエイリ神父は潔白だと証明されましたが。
Not necessarily. I feel like there's a chance that you guys were here before meeting in the hall.
あんたらがどんな経緯で洋館に来たかは不明よね。
Yeah.
ロビーで話し声が聞こえたからアリスが出迎えたんでしょ。
True.
それ以前、あんたらがどこにいたかなんて誰も証明できないじゃない。
そうね。可能性で言うならエイリさんとユイちゃんと私が共謀してるという。
姉さん、あなたはどちらの味方ですか？
She's kind of just on her side.
私は論理の味方よ。
There you go.
マニア
What
の
did I
教授に
say?
誓ってどちらにも肩入れはしないから。まあそれはそれとして、プロイを知っているって条件ならもう一人とびきり不自然な子もいるんだけど。
Azaki and the sister glared at each other so intensely I thought I saw sparks flying. They probably didn't get along even at the best of times. Given the situation, it's no wonder they were at each other's throats.
青子、あまりユイカさんを挑発しない方がいいと思うけど。今回のルールでは、彼女は最強の切り札なんだから。
Yeah, because I could see Alice laughing, but I can never, ever, ever see Yuika laughing.
は？最悪の敵の間違いじゃない。
切り札よ。だってあの人、この中で一番
Oh my god, is she gonna say the whole thing is like, oh yeah, all site-based humor won't work?
そうでしょ、ユイカさん。
ええ。私には笑いがわかりませんから。
Wow.
冗談で笑うなんてことはまずありえません。ですから、先に退場するのは青子さんの方でしょうね。
Kuonji appeared to have only meant it as a warning, but I could tell the room was getting more tense. Just then, the blue robin appeared in front of Miss Kuonji. It landed on the black table and started
自
chirping.
分犯人分かったんすけど言っていいっすか？
Oh boy. What are you bringing to the table, little guy? It tweeted. Yeah, it is under 240 characters. Wow. Miss Kuonji mercilessly squashed it with a karate chop.
ともかく、
I like how everyone's just like, oh yeah, Alice, she just abuses animals.
いつまでも笑い話と思っていると。
そうだね。ユイカさんはともかく、笑い上手な人はどこかに隠れていた方がいいんじゃない？
Wait, can Robin die from it too? Is Robin part of the game? I didn't even think about that. That made sense to me. Says now. We didn't get Riddell's alibi. I felt that we need to dig more into the pink girl's alibi.
私にもやれって言うの？
Yeah.
私は関係ないじゃない。だって私が来た時、もうじいさんも先生とやらもいなくなってたんでしょ？
Still good to check.
だいたい私にはスイーツハーツなんて使う理由がないし、何不自由のないアイドルだし、願い事なんて大抵はお金で解決できるし、どうせ嵐を呼ぶなら自分の手で起こして周りを犠牲にしてもすっぱり成就させまくるし。
Really not making a great argument for yourself, but
バカ言ってんじゃねえ。てめえだって怪しいだろ。プロイとやらを知っていて、青崎とクオンジに恨みがあって、おまけに慢性的なヒスときた。そもそもなんで呼ばれもしていないのにやってきた。わざわざヘリ飛ばしてまでよ。
mind you, the helicopter is kind of proving that it probably isn't you.
つかあれだ。てめえ、ヘリでやってきた時、全く雨に濡れていなかったよな。
I didn't think about
あ
that.
れどういうことだ？それまで屋敷に隠れていて、ヘリを呼びつけたタイミングで登場すれば、
My
そう
man.
たった今着きましたって状況になるよな。
Yo, that's real though.
何よそれ。あたしちゃんとヘリで来たってば。雨に濡れないのはゴブリンで弾いたから
Sorry,
だし。
you're what?
なんであたしがあんたらを皆殺しにしようなんて思うのよ。
Are we not gonna address the fact that she has a goblin?
いや、思ってたじゃないか。
ええ、
あれはあれ、これはこれでしょ。
I hope it explains what the goblin is. If not, I mean, as soon as I'm done this, I can go on her Wikipedia, well, you know, Type Moon Wiki page. It's not like there's gonna be any information other than this that has her.
ああ、もうマジ頭きた。あたし帰る。帰って第二次ブリティッシュ作戦の準備する。もちろん標的はここだからね。
Operation British? Operation British? She is, okay, she is extra limey. What is Operation British? Operation British. Oh! It's a Gundam thing. Really? Is she a weeb? Oh my god, I thought it was a historical thing. That's a Gundam reference. That's when Xeon dropped the space colony on Earth. Dang. And like, you might be like, oh, that feels too modern. No, because Gundam was 1981.
できるの？脱出は困難だってアリスが。
Yeah, you can't.
ええ。スイーツハーツの確率変動で道は土砂崩れになっている可能性が高いわ。
But then how, but is it a closed room in that the person can't leave? Like, oh no, they can't leave, but then can they also not come in?
電話線もなくなってるから外部と連絡も取れないし。
ふん、地上がダメなら空があるわ。いいわよ。ヘリでしょ。お望み通り呼んでやるわよ。あたしのゴブリンネストを舐めるんじゃないっての。
What is your goblin nest? What is that? The girl in pink stormed out the hallway. Does she have a bunch of goblins?
ハロー、パパ？あたしだけど、今すぐ三崎町の白犬塚までヘリ飛ばして。そう、あの三崎町。はあ？まだ諦めてないのかですって？ブワーカ、頭の中
Oh my
かぼちゃになっ
god.
てんじゃないの？勝つまでやるのがあたしだし。第一、まだ全然負けてないし、あんなの引き分けに過ぎないわよ。
That is the best baka I've ever heard. I need to hear it again.
はあ？まだ諦めてないのかですって？ブワーカ、頭の中
That's amazing. Holy crap.
表はわかるでしょ？さっさと飛ばして10分以内よ、10分以内。は？死者にあるヘリじゃ無理？嵐がひどくて近づけない？それでもこのあたしが今すぐミサイルみたいにかっ飛ばせって言ってんの。
Something Toko Flight.
飛ばしたくても機体がない？このハイトンチキ、あんたそれでも商人？頭使いなさいよね。近くに軍用基地あるでしょ。そこに試作の最新鋭機があるって話よ。
I'm just enjoying listening to
そ
her.
れ一機チャーターして。
Like she's kind of unhinged for her voice.
あー、もう無理無理うるさいわね。それしか言えないの？
Okay, I need to know who is her voice. Riddell Fate. No, it's not Fate. That's fine. I went to the right wiki. The voice is Natsuki Takamori. Who is that? Because she's going buck wild. And I love her. Let's see here. English voice of... I'm looking for characters I recognize. Characters I recognize. I don't see almost any I recognize. Really? Like no one? She was baby Jotaro Kujo in Stardust Crusaders. Sure. Is there like actually... Really? I'm looking, and for someone who goes so... Wow! Yeah, I can officially say that there's like nobody on that list that I actually really know. Okay, well, we'll try maybe video games? Okay, let's see here. She was in Berserk. She was Raiha Usegi in Quintessential... Oh, she's the little sister from the Quintessential Quintuplets. Not one of the Quintuplets. One of the other ones there. Okay. Okay. Wow, yeah, no, she's almost in, like, nothing that I... Wow, she's great for someone who I very rarely have even seen. Cool.
会社の立て直しでキャッシュがない？期待プラススタッフごと買い取らなきゃならん？
Oh, wow.
じゃない。その程度私がいくらでも稼いであげるっての。アラブの坊ちゃん宅だろうが、チャイナの金満家のところだろうが、プライベートライブ2、3発ぶちかましてあげるわよ。泣いて喜ぶとか本気でやめて。お金のためよ、お金のため。音楽業なんてどうでもいいんだから。分かったら10分以内。最新鋭機のスーパーかっこいいの。クソアパッチなんかよこしたら親子の縁切るから覚悟しておくことね。
Just the phrase Kuso Apache is really funny. The pink girl's vicious berating. I was gonna say, everyone can hear this, can be heard throughout the house. She was speaking English. Really? No, she wasn't, but alright. She was speaking English so quickly with so much slang mixed in that I couldn't quite catch it all. Listening wasn't a particular strength of mine anyways.
あのバカは本気で軍用ヘリ呼びつけやがった。
お待たせ。あと10分もしたら救いの天使が来るわ。
We're gonna have, because we questioned her, she's gonna make a entire helicopter fall down on the house, and it would look like those green screen gifs that people, you know, use in Let's Plays.
スイーツハーツのルールはこの山限定だから。外に出てしまえば何もかもチャラ。私は一足先に家に帰って豪華なディナーとシャレ込ませてもらうから。ああ、けど安心なさい。私だって鬼じゃないし、どうしてもって言うなら乗っけていってあげてもいいわよ。こんな犯人当てゲームにコリゴリな人は今すぐ私側に来ることね。
Literally asking to get killed.
待てそこ。どうしてすぐ強い方につこうとするのか。
いやしかし自ら救いの天使。
Oh my god, wait. I didn't realize it was him volunteering. I thought Hold It Buddy was for her.
やめとけ、宗十郎。そいつが救いの天使だってんなら、青崎なんざ癒しの女神クラスになっちまう。
I like how Sojiro's like, well, she said she's an angel. I mean, obviously. Oh.
くまりはどうする？飛び丸たちはこう言っているけど。
私も辞退。
Doesn't even give us the choice. To be honest, if rescue was coming, I really did want to leave, but I wasn't about to owe this pink princess any favors.
この状況でも仲良しごっことか。ドリーマー極まったわね。
Dorima.
いいわよ。好きにすれば？明日の朝刊の見出しが山の上の洋館。
I kind of love her.
全員行方不明か。
She's kind of like...
ならないようせいぜい気をつけなさい。
She's kind of like the absolute worst person ever, but to a comedic degree. And so I kind of really like her.
逃げ出す女がよく言ったものね。そもそもこの天候で助けなんて来るはずないし。外の天気。
Dang.
嵐というより地獄でしょ。
Dang, calling her
夢見がちな
out.
のはそっちの頭の方だと思う。
And then, before even 10 minutes had gone by, there was a bizarre noise from outside that was separate from the howling storm.
予定よりすっごく早い。
That one doesn't count. It's not a real full laugh.
さすがパパ。なんだかんだ言ってコネクションも行動力もあるんだから。
This is so silly. This is so silly. In the midst of the tempest, a demonic bird came bearing down on us. Bright spots that I thought were eyes turned out to be a powerful searchlight, its beams stretching for miles. The steel helicopter struggled against winds in excess of 50 miles per hour, and then... Yeah, that was about what I expected.
Ah, 落ちた。
Oh my god.
いや、この天候でフライトとか常識的に考えて無茶でしょ
It's so
う。アリ
funny.
スさんでもそこまで世間知らずではありませんよ。
Priest is just like, well, they should have known better.
ええ、必ず落ちると思ったわ。リデルの作戦がうまくいったことなんて今まで一度もないのだし。
God, what a scathing expression from Alice.
あらよ、あんたさえ関わらなければいつだって私はパーフェクトだっつーの。それに今のはただのテストよ。本命は後からやって。ちょっと待って、タイム。
What? The pink girl went back out into the hallway. Maybe she had a pager in her pocket.
責任問題になった？今特殊部
Oh
隊が放射
my
物を
god.
侵入してきてるですって。
Her yelling resonated through the hallway.
落ち着いて、下手な抵抗はしちゃダメよ。すぐ無線で相手のトップと交渉して。え、損害賠償？プロジェクトごと金取らないと殺すって。
Who's Kai?
つかもう拘束されてる？ああ、もうカイは何やってんのよ。でいくら？何その金額、桁2つ違くない？払えない、そんなのすぐに払えない。
Okay. Kai. Who's Kai? Of course it gives me Maho Tsukai no Yoru. There's nothing that tells us for Kai. Ooh, oh my goodness. I'm looking on the page and I'm like, yeah, her last name was familiar. The Archelot. Archelot is one of the clock tower families. Right. Right. That was a thing. I forgot about it. Well, since I'm here, it says Riddell uses general black magic. One of her main spells is Goblin Nest, whose exact nature is unknown, but has been shown in various examples. She managed to avoid raindrops and uses Goblin to prevent a helicopter from any turn. Okay. So it's just goblins. Okay.
ちょっと待って。なんとかなるかも。今年のツアー延長と私の持ち株とタヒチの島を売却すればなんとかなりそう。いいわ。契約成立。買い取っちゃって。軍事産業とか畑違いだけど、とりあえずパパの安全が最優先。
I was a little curious now. I think I'll go peek in the hallway. I think I'll take a peek in the hallway. There I saw. Oh.
失った。
Her
すべて失ったわ。
face was haunted as if she looked upon the end of the world. I quickly shut the door and pretended I didn't see anything. She deserved warrior's dignity at the very least. Hey, remember when she died? Remember how she came back? A moment went by. After about a minute...
まあ、ヘリのことはきっぱり忘れるとして。
God, you put on a face.
もっと前向きな話をしましょう。
She returned, acting as if nothing had happened. We were enemies, but I had to respect her sense of pride.
リデル、おま。
飛び丸。前向きな話をしましょう。
わかった。とりあえず、お前さんが潔白だってのだけは分かった。というか、これでスイーツハーツがお前だったら、ひどすぎて目も当てられねえ。
そんなの当たり前でしょ。さっきから私は関係ないって言ってるじゃない。だいたいね、この私、希代の天才マイスター。
You're a mindster
新世代魔女で
also.
あるリデル様が、こんな バカっぽくて古臭いプロイに引っかかるわけないじゃない。
Interesting. There's more. I mean, I guess it makes sense there would be, but I really considered like Alice was going to be very special.
いや、引っかかっただろ。
Even Alice was kind of pulled back when she said that.
ヘリはヘリ、私は私よ。さっきだって笑ったけど耐え切ったでしょ。言っとくけど、私は絶対笑わないからね。ここでゆっくりあんたらが古臭いプロイなんかにやられて消えていくのを眺めてやるから。
She sounded aggressive, but I think the pink girl was more concerned than she let on. With one last huff through her nose, she plopped down on the sofa. She seemed to have made up her mind to work with us for tonight.
ごめんなさい。少し席を外すわ。すぐに戻ってくるから話を続けていて。
What's she cooking? Miss Kuonji was... Oh, the bathroom. Well, even girls have to... That's all I'm saying.
しかし、図らずも脱出は不可能であることが証明されてしまいましたね。
I legitimately thought he says, well, now we know for sure that Alice does in fact poop. I mean, it was a question maybe someone had.
誰がスイーツハーツなのか特定するか、朝まで全滅しないように注意を払うか、私は後者を選びたいところですが。
賛成。ヤブをつついてヘビを出したら、それこそ全滅の可能性も出てくるし。クマリは？私はどっちでもいいけど。築地はどうなの？
俺か？俺は犯人特定に1票だな。
Yeah. Don't gotta stay up all night then.
こんな状況を作り出した間抜けにはきっちり文句言わねえとな。
私はどちらでも。リデルさんではありませんが、どちらに転んでも安全ですので。
I mean, you're not laughing regardless.
私は築地君に賛成。推理しましょうみんな。
And you just want to be in a mystery.
俺はそうですね。外の天気も荒れる一方だし、みんな部屋に立てこもった方がいい。
I was wondering about that.
鍵をかけて寝てしまえば他人に笑わせられようがないし。
Except for the fact that you know that someone is going to try to get into other people's rooms and make them laugh.
つまんないです。宗十郎さん、ここはもうちょっと様子見ようよ。青子の死に方とかすごく興味ない？
No, that's only you, buddy.
レオ、そういうのは冗談でも。ん？
He's like, it's not funny. Wait. Uh-oh. Oh no. Suddenly the room was pitch dark.
落ち着いて。電気が切れたようです。皆さん、むやみに動いてはいけませんよ。闇
Of course.
だけに。
That's kind of funny. Oh no. That was a close one. I heard several people almost fail to suppress a laugh.
何考えてんのよ、エリー。全滅するかと思ったじゃない。
He could have killed you, maybe. But I just decided to keep that to myself.
いや、今なら切れる。
It's true.
心が騒いでしまいまして。
I mean, you kind of want to.
タイミングはバッチリだった。つまんないダジャレも切り出し方次第で人を殺せるんだな。
Or you could just be like me and throw every horrible joke at a wall and hope one of them is funny, even if the funny is only cringe funny.
顔が見えないのがまた効くよな。
まったくよ。この私ですらちょっとブルッときたわ。もしかしてあいつが犯人なんじゃないの？
Our conversation continued in the dark. It reminded me of telling ghost stories on a school trip. It's just fun to talk in the dark sometimes. For whatever reason, I could tell we were all tempted to make each other laugh.
あ、ろうそく見つけた。誰かライター持ってない？もしくはマッチ。
ちょっとマッチ。
Is that a freaking Mario joke? Okay, that is wait.
あ、ろうそく見つけた。誰かライター持ってない？もしくはマッチ。
Okay, so machi.
ちょっとマッチ。
Choto machi. Okay, so she said, okay, in Japanese, Aoko said, does anyone have a match? And he said, chotomachi, which is supposed to be like, wait a minute. I mean, that's the closest.
今のも神父さん？
ひどい。ひどすぎる。
He's like, oh, yeah, that's a rough one.
脳が退化しているとしか思えません。
いや、この原子の状態じゃ、エ
The
スプリ聞かせても
primal
インパクトねえぞ。
circumstances.
シンプルイズベストだ。
I actually think that the Japanese one is probably funnier. Like, Chotomachi is funnier than the
みんな
other.
静かに。電気つ
The
きそうだ。
Italian plumber one is not as much. Is it going to be what I think it's going to be? Did the Konji stay out of its own power generator? It wasn't clear who restored the power, but the drawing room was flooded with artificial light.
あら、古臭い屋敷のくせに設備はしっかりしてるのね。このまま暗闇で朝まで過ごすのかと心配しちゃったわ。
Something will have changed in this room. Riddell had moved next to me at some point. She looked up. I followed her gaze. There it is. There it is. Oh, wow. The triple burst. She died again. The pink girl took what looked like several impacts to the chest, spun around dramatically, and collapsed.
リデル、ちょっと何があったの？
Asaki rushed over to her side. I'd narrowly avoided the same fate. If she hadn't started laughing first, I'd have busted a gut for sure.
リデル、しっかりしなさい、リデル。
Riddell, what happened? Happy feet.
死ぬ前に教えて。何を見たの？犯人？
そんなつまんないやつよりもっとおぞましくてプニプニした
Puni
悪
puni.
魔が
Puni puni akuma.
あったり。
Asaki burst into tears, clutching May's lifeless body in her arms. They were probably more alike than they cared to admit. Why would you do this? Amidst the commotion, Miss Kuonji returned, not appearing to have noticed the death. Alice just killed someone.
何かあったのかしら。
わからん。わけもなく爆笑して自滅した。今度はさすがに復活は無理っぽい。
Perhaps out of pity, Sakichi covered her with a tablecloth and laid her to rest at the side of the room. I quietly shuffled over to Miss Kuonji and whispered in her ear.
クオンジさん、今の何？
着替える服を間違えたの。みんなには黙っていてね、くまりさん。
No, you didn't.
いいけど、犯人じゃないのよね。
I wanted to be like, no, but I just wanted to get rid of her.
ええ。今のはただの趣味だから安心して。
What do you mean by that?
昔からあの子を見ているとなぜかいじめたくなってしまって。
It's really too bad, she sighed. Again, I felt a little sorry for Riddell. It's reaching 11 p.m. That made 4 victims. Everyone seemed resigned to locking ourselves in our room for the night. Decision N. That sounds dangerous. I think it's too dangerous to hole up in our rooms. The reason being, there's absolutely a 13th person. I thought it was best to tackle the problem now.
それじゃあ各自自分の部屋。ちょっと待って。その前に確かめたいことがある。みんな、今日のゲストは何人か。
何人かって、クオンジ入れて13人だろ。それがどうかしたか？
There is one more.
それはリデルを入れての話。
何？
Tsukichi's eyes went wide. He was acquainted with Riddell, so her being here hadn't felt out of place to him. But to someone like me who didn't know her, she stuck out like a sore thumb. She had crashed the party without a formal invitation.
そうか。リデルは招かれていない。ゲストとは数えないから。
どういうことか説明してくれる？クオンジさん。
そうね。私もうっかりしていたわ。招待状は私と青子、しずきくんで分けて出したの。最終的に9枚消費したとしか私は聞いていなかったから。私とトッキーはホストで、青子としずきくんは知っていたから。ちなみに私は 律香さんとベオに招待状を送ったわ。
Ritsuka and Beo.
私はエイリとユイカさん、木の実と飛び丸。
The little the little memorial picture.
自分はクマリと最後に余ったのを先生ととても名前を口にできない人に1枚。
You did invite her.
なるほど、数は合っているわね。
So she's here, but she's not here.
ところで宗十郎、叱られる前に白状した方がいいわよ。もうなんとなく分かったけど、一体誰に招待状を送りやがったの？
いや、だって仲間外れは良くないじゃないか。
トウコね、トウコ呼びつけたのはあんただったのね。
Is she gonna actually be in the part of the main plot? Ozaki grabbed Shizuki by the collar and shook him violently like a bobblehead.
リデルが2人。
トウコさんに招待状を送った。
Oh, is this where we're
彼
getting
女は今、
the explanation
立ち入れないはずですが。
that people told me in the comments?
呪いならトウコ
Oh, there you go.
とっくにクリアしたって言ってたよ。
There you go, yeah.
発想の転換だとか言って。なんでも肉体にかかった呪いが解けないなら、その肉体を使わなければいい。
The way people were telling me about that made it feel like that was not information I would get in this game. So maybe you guys should have kept that to yourselves until now. That would have been much better than, you know. Just saying. Just saying. I like it when you give me information that either I was said and I missed, or is not in the game, as in like art books and stuff. But if it, you know how it is.
どんな理屈よそれ。相変わらずネジ飛んでるわね。
I do like that though. She just like, oh, my body's cursed. Kill the body. Throw it in it all.
ともかくトウコさんに招待状
And then you would
が送られ
argue
てしま
why
っ
would
た
why
以
would the
上、
the puppet also have
彼
short
女が
hair?
ここに来ている可能性が
Don't
あ
worry
る
about
よ
it.
ね。
Don't worry about it. And that's also one of the things that I do like. It's like, honestly, any body for Toko, because she has very different designs, they could all be canon.
そう。そこで思い出してほしいのが、電話線がなくなってた時の玄関。あの時、玄関の床には水滴がついていた。
True.
私たちは雨が降り出してから一度も外に出ていない。だから事件の直前にやってきたリデルの足跡かと思ってたけど。
True.
つまり、あの雨の後はリデルさん以外の何者かが洋館に入ってきたという証拠。あの時、玄関には時津さんと山城先生以外のみんながいたから。
姿のない参加者、13人目のゲストがいると。
I was thinking it was going to go to Robin, but couldn't be that with the puddle. This changed everything. I never heard that Aozaki had an older sister, but now wasn't the time to ask about that. The tension in the air was enough for me to tell there was bad blood between her and the people here.
青崎東子ですか。彼女なら確かにプロイに精通し、
Yeah,
ク
but
オン
we
ジの屋敷の見取りも把握しています。
we actually, when we saw her outside, which I don't think at this point you necessarily might have been able to, but we sort of seen that she's kind of not playing the game, right? Like she's here to be like, oh, you, right? Like you're gonna be playing the game soon. Here's some hints for it.
何より私たち、特に青子さんに強力な殺意がある。今まで見えてこなかった動機の面でも最有力候補ですね。
I want Kumari to be like, kill? Dang, I get that as a sibling.
ですね。トウコさんが犯人だとしたら、部屋に閉じ込めるのは得策ではあり
That's what I
ま
was
せん。
saying.
何をやっても力ずくで侵入してくるでしょう。
トコちゃんならやるわ。だってホラー大好きだもの。ここに来て展開がホラーになるのは残念だけど、まずは安全を確保しないとね。
And I don't know if I brought up, but the whole thing with the projector was absolutely a reference to the Final Garden of Sinners book there, which I think released right around the same time as this.
皆さん、手分けして洋館内を調査しましょう。トウコさんがいるのかいないのか、そこをはっきりさせなくては。
え？ああ、そうよね。
Why are you worried?
じゃあ私は自分の部屋周辺を
Why are you... What's in your room? Why are you so weird about your room?
念のため地下室に。
They said there's something in
つまりさん
Aoko's
たちは
room.
危険だからここで待っていて。
But what's going on? With that, they left the drawing room on a mission, leaving me, Tsukiji, Shizuki, and Ritsuka behind. Midnight. Time passed by slowly. My eyelids began to feel heavy from anxiety and exhaustion. The clock struck midnight.
紅茶でも入れてくるか。宗次郎、お茶はどこで？
それならサンルームのテーブルにまだ温かいポットがあるよ。
よし、取ってくる。
He probably wanted to get his mind off things. Tsukiji strode off toward the sunroom. Oh no. Another blackout.
参ったな。これじゃ何も見え。
There was a dazzling flash of light. Through the window in the sunroom, I could see lightning. Bayo's outside. What's he doing?
築地君下がって早く。
What's he doing?
なんだ今の？誰かいたぞ。
That was very clearly Bayo.
3人ともこっち。ホールに移動しましょう。
Ritsuka grabbed my arm and he's just doing this for shits and giggles. Ritsuka grabbed my arm and pulled me away from the pitch black drawing room. I definitely saw the outline of a person against the lightning. Someone was outside in the raging storm. It could only be a 13th. No, it was clearly Bayo. We fled to the hall. The wall lamps here appeared to be on a separate wiring, so at least it wasn't completely dark.
クマどうしたのよ血相変えちゃって。外に誰かいた。ちょっと見てくる。宗十郎、飛び丸、小鹿をお願い。
Ooh, good timing with the music. Jogging, Ozaki disappeared into the dark corridor connecting to the parlor. Now's when we should go to her room because she's really suspicious about it. Father Eri and Sister Rika came down the stairs. Why did they go there? And Miss Kuonji returned from the west wing. They must have heard the commotion.
屋敷の電源がまた落ちたようですが、何かあったのですか？
それがサンルームの外に人影っぽいものが見えてつい逃げてきちゃった。
Again, at this point we should be like, hey, where's Beowulf? And, you know, Ozaki returned as we explained the situation.
とりあえず異常なし。サンルームの窓も割れてないし、誰かが中に入ってきた様子はないわ。
こちらも異常はありませんでした。館内に東子さんはいないようです。そうなると。
先ほどの外に人影を見たという件ですね。館内に異常がないのなら、
I mean,
あとは屋敷の周りだけです。
I guess the lightning with the flashing on the window could have made it look, you know, more like a tiny child, but sure.
わかりました。外を調べに行きましょう。まずはサンルームのあたりですね。危険ですから調べに行くのは私とシスターユイカ、それと青子。頼め。
エイリ神父、この風では私はあまりお役に立てないかと。
True.
耳が聞きません。
Interesting, yeah.
そうでしたね。しかし私はともかく青子を一人にするのは。
気にしないで。私は一人で身を守れるから。エイリの方こそ大丈夫？今日武装してないんでしょ？
それでしたら宗十郎君、お願いできますか？彼なら互いの呼吸を心得ていますので。
There's a story there that I really want to know. There's a story there that I really want to know. Shizuki nodded solemnly. Decision P. It's dangerous for Ozaki to go alone. I don't trust her. I'm gonna go with her. I think it's too dangerous to leave Ozaki alone.
待って青崎、私も行く。何言ってんのよクマ。外は危ないんだってば。いいからクマは飛び丸とロビーで待機していてよ。危ないのはあんたも同じでしょ。友人として一人で出歩かせることはできないわ。
Also, you know, splitting up seems like a terrible idea. Ozaki couldn't refuse when put it like that. I wanted to watch her back, of course, but I had another reason too. Yeah. Ozaki was currently the most suspicious survivor. It wasn't a good idea to let her go alone for multiple reasons. If she was the killer, or sweetheart, or whatever, then our lives would be in danger. If I didn't go with her, then it would cast more doubt on her later. Anyone could see how dangerous it was outside. Of course, I would have liked to stay with Tsukiji, but petty feelings like that weren't more important than my friendship with Ozaki.
オッケー、了解。でも絶対に私のそばから離れないでね。それでいいでしょ、エイリ。
ええ。実のところ 私も青子に一人つけたかったのです。
Mother Aries seemed to be thinking along the same lines. He had a cool demeanor, but maybe he had a genuine concern for Aozaki.
飛び丸、ユイカさんとアリスをよろしくね。20分探して何も見つからなかったら戻ってくるから。エリ、外に出たら右手側からぐるっと一周してきて。
賢明です。行きますよ、宗十郎君。
宗十郎。
心配はこっちじゃなくクマリに。クマリ、枝が飛んでくるかもしれないから頭を低くしておくんだぞ。青崎はこういう時に限って不思議な効果を発揮するから、そうなったらフォローしてやってくれ。
どういう意味よそれ。
I nodded to Shizuki and made my way outside with Aozaki. The storm was worse than I expected. I could barely keep my eyes open in this wind. Aozaki extended her left hand toward me. I grabbed hold tightly. Her hand was so cold it sent a shiver down my spine. That's a bit strange. We were inside the house. As we rounded one side of the mansion, Aozaki stopped. I couldn't even open my eyes. Aozaki paused before speaking. What light? My words failed to reach her. Aozaki ran away from the mansion into the darkness of the woods. Yeah, it's kind of crappy out. I screamed out in frustration. Somehow she heard me. Wow. Aozaki voice came from the tree line. Oh no. Huh? What was she laughing at? What would... Aozaki's words hung in the air as her body suddenly flew to one side. It was as if she was hit with a high-power rifle. What did she laugh at? She lay lifelessly on the ground. I know she looked in my direction before she burst out laughing. Behind me, footsteps. I could barely make them out in the rain. I don't have time to look... I swear to God, if it's just Alice in the outfit again, I don't have time to look back or think. I ran as fast as I could. I needed to get away from whatever was behind me. I swear to God, if it is literally just Alice in the stupid penguin outfit killing people one by one. I sprinted into the deep dark forest away from the mansion. My chest burned with the exertion. I'd never pushed myself this hard, even during PE class. Wow, I was a pretty good runner. It's amazing what humans can do when we think we're about to die. My mind began to wander, trying to escape the reality of the situation when... Suddenly, I felt like I was floating. My feet kicked wildly at the air. Wait, what? Me too. I seemed to be falling backward. Every breath sent a painful spasm through my back. I reached for my back, feeling like something was wrong, and touched something wet. I timidly looked at my hand. As much as I hated to admit it, my hand was strawberry red. I licked it. Yep, tastes like iron. I'd lost over 1 liter of blood and it only kept flowing. Dang, we died! Horrifying reality stopped me from finishing my sentence. Something was coming this way. At this point, I didn't really care. Would I sleep forever, or be captured by the killer? Either way, apparently this was how my night would end. Another dead end. Dang. Dang. This is truly the Fate Stay night. Alright, so let's just reload that last one there. And we'll just continue on with some of the other ones. We'll go with search for bookmark, which is very silly. Oh, we have to go back to here? Dang, okay, well that's fine. So, we're gonna... I mean, at this point I could start to do some of them. It's easy enough to not laugh for one night. I think it's easy enough to not laugh for one night. Okay, that's just the same then, okay. So again, it's nice that it's very obvious with, you know, the stuff there. So this will help us to see the paths that we haven't taken. Okay, so we learn about this. Oh, frick, I don't know which ones are the ones to worry about, though. Okay, I'm gonna stick with these. I'm gonna say... No, I'm gonna try some of these other ones. Ozaki... Just go Ozaki. Okay. I'm gonna say... Miss Kuonji and I. I don't know why. And Eri. Okay, that's the same. Okay. So we do this. Okay, if we just do this, will it skip it? We should stay in our rooms until morning. I felt it would be best for everyone to stay in different guest rooms until morning. Will this actually make a different point? We'll see. This is actually a proper split, we'll have to see. Just like that, Sister Yuika took the reins. Nobody objected to her display of authority. Well, almost nobody. Ritsuka was sulking. Oh, this is a proper different path.
リツカの3人はここで寝ずの番をしますので、何か異常があるようでしたら駆けつけます。
まあ妥当なところね。教会組も犯人候補だけど、ユイカさんだけはプロイである可能性はないんだし。
それはなぜ？
Yeah, why is that?
魔女嫌いのユイカさんはプロイキッシャーの口車には乗らないでしょ。
I don't know. I still think she could be someone who likes sweets and just ate it not knowing.
そうと分かったら解
We'll
散
see.
解散。
We'll see.
各自必要なものを手にしたら客室に戻って朝まで籠城すること。あとトイレは物理的に我慢して。
Or is the power gonna go out now still? The plan to hole up in our rooms was accepted before I could say anything. It did seem like the safest and simplest plan.
俺の部屋は使えないな。
That is true.
飛び丸、そっちの客室に行っていいか？
ああ、木の実がいなくなったからな。ちょうどいい。
Tsukichi took some cookies and a pitcher of water from Suzuki before heading begrudgingly for the foyer.
ちょっと待って。築地はそれでいいの？
よくはねえが、多数決なら仕方がねえ。問題を解決せずに封殺しちまうのは民主主義の欠点だな。
Now's the time to not get political.
しかしまあ、これも鉄板の選択だ。何かあったら大声で助けを呼んでくれや。
こんなことならライブキャンセルするんじゃなかったわ。アリス、早く部屋に案内しなさいよ。もちろんゲストルームじゃなくてあんたの部屋よ。ここじゃロイヤルクラスなんて望むべくもないでしょ。だから特別に家主の部屋で妥協してあげるわ。
Again, just laughably horrible. Wait, is she gonna oblige?
私は自分の部屋にいるから。
What is in your room? Why are we so concerned with your room?
僕はここで寝てるよ。何かあったら起こしてね。
Better than you being outside randomly. Everyone went their separate ways. Doubts still nagged at me, but I went to my assigned guest room for the time being. I feel like this is going to get us killed too, actually. I locked the door and lay upon the bed. Just in case, I decided not to change into my pajamas.
笑ったら死ぬとかわけがわからないけど。
Someone or something was clearly trying to kill us all. I turned on my side, thoughts racing. To me, Tsukiji and Father Eri were too rational. They'd overlooked something. I wasn't fixated on the culprit's face or identity. I was more concerned with the why done it. Oh, calm down, Waver Velvet. What did the culprit have to gain by killing us all? Their own game? I don't know. I was roused by the sound of wind. The lights were out. I didn't remember turning them off before I went to sleep. I got up and tried the light switch, but nothing happened. I wanted to check the time, but that wasn't happening in this darkness. I tried my best to go back to sleep and pretend everything was okay, but I was too on edge. I could barely even stay still. Oh! I moved as quietly as possible to the door, unlocked it, and peeked into the hallway. Oh, it's happening. It seemed empty. The only sound came from the wind and rain. As if led by something, I ventured into the hallway and down towards Ozaki's room. I placed my hand on her doorknob. It was unlocked. Inside her room, I found... Uh-oh. A dead body. The corpse of a woman I've never seen before. Did Aoko kill Toko right at the start? Did I scream? Did I manage to hold it in? I couldn't tell. The rain tonight was too intense. Creak, creak. Oh, that wasn't the rain. There was a sound of hinges. I realized the door was swinging and I looked in its direction. It was coming from the room next to Aozaki's. Shizuki told me before that it was her study. Something was on the door. A liquid. Thick and red like paint. Whoa, did you see that? Do you see that? Oh no, that's the study. I thought that was hair inside the study. I found the gruesome sight of Aoko Ozaki. Oh, well, speaking of hair, I ran down the hallway. I didn't care about making noise anymore. The storm was too loud to hear anything. This is a very different path. I threw open the door to each guest room. In the third room, I find the lifeless body. Oh! Oh, they're all dead. I find the lifeless body of the boy who'd been on my mind for 3 years. This is a bad end. Panting, I nearly rolled down the stairs. Too fast, I fell. My body bounced up the steps and rolled into the foyer. Nobody was around. The front door's wide open as if we had a visitor. My instincts told me the church members were already dead. I heard faint footsteps. The sound of the storm faded. All sounds around me washed away. In front of me, I felt nothing. No fear, no anger. My heart was as calm as a lake as I laid eyes on the stormy night killer. Two eyes flashed in the darkness. Light glinted off the weapon in their hands. Shut up. Shut up. No, shut up! Their face was unworldly, twisted, demonic. We can literally see exactly what it is. It was the last thing I ever saw. Frickin' Shizuki in... Oh my god. Is Sojiro in the stupid Groucho Marx glasses killing people? Shut up. Shut up. It's so stupid. It's so stupid I can't help but smile, you know? Alright, let's continue through here. Alright. Let's focus on the death and let's see if this changes. I thought about it and conclude that Yurihiko Tokitsu's death was what we should focus on for now. And then we skip, okay. So some of these definite changes, some of them, you know, not. Okay, there's almost certainly going to be like a hidden ending for getting the right ones in this part. But like I said, for now we're not. I'll probably use a guide later if I have to. But for this I won't. Oh my god, Bayo's annoying. That's different. That's just Bayo's annoying. I don't think what I said adds up. Just add that there. Ritsuka. Again, we'll have to look later to see if there's anything we get for that. Okay, so this time we're going to check Riddell's alibi. This will do the Riddell dies thing, right? Because then we go through all this. The place, he explodes. I'll leave it alone this time. Okay, so it just a scene that we skip, okay. And then, yes, we see the penguin, and she's like, don't worry about it. What was this? Locking ourselves in our room? I think that sounds dangerous again. I'm going to stick with this. You know what? Let's actually pop a save just here, just in case for the future. I think that if we say good idea, that would lead to the same ending as last time. Right? I feel like it does. So for now, we'll go sounds dangerous again. Again, there's a 13th person. Alright. And because now we've seen that, now we know why Aoko's so worried. Toko's dead in her bedroom. Right? This time it's best to wait for all three to return. I should wait inside the mansion for all three of them to return.
それじゃあ行ってくる。20分探して何も見つからなかったら戻りましょう。
賢明です。行きますよ、宗十郎君。
Okay, so this is going to be roughly the same now. Sojiro usually kept his distance from Father Airy, but there was nothing unusual about tonight. He kept pace at the priest's side, his head on a swivel. I waited for what felt like an eternity. The power still wasn't back on.
もう今夜中の復旧はないみたい。客室の配線は別系統だから、まだ電源が生きていればいいけど。
That's interesting, because they went out in our room in the other ending, so, Those rooms must have been added at a later date. All the older areas of the mansion, like the drawing room, hallways, and west wing, were pitch dark.
待て、ベオはどこに行った？
He was the one that was outside.
そういえばどこにもいないけど。
私が探してくる。みんなはここにいて。いい？決してユイカちゃんから離れちゃダ
Boy,
メ
we
よ。
do just keep breaking up.
姉さん、
大丈夫よ、信頼して。これでも闇夜には慣れてるわ。
That's strange. Ritsuka disappeared up the stairs to the second floor of the mansion. Decision Q. Come to think of it, Bayo, thinking about it, they were away for a while, so like Ozaki, they could have murdered Mr. Tokitsu and Mr. Yamashiro too. I didn't even think about that. After a long 20 minutes, Ozaki returned. So she doesn't die in this one. She took off her raincoat and dried herself with a towel.
いや、ひどい嵐だわこりゃ。もう風っていうより壁？周りの木が飛んでいってないのが不思議なくらい。まあ、プロイの仕業なんだから。
Ozaki explained that she patrolled a loop of the entire mansion starting from the left side. She didn't find anything in front of the sunroom.
それより、エイリと宗十郎は？途中ですれ違わなかったのですか？全然。外に出るとき、森の方が気になるとか言ってたけど。まさかあの二人、この嵐の中で森に入ったんじゃ。
Ozaki and Sister Yuika exchanged concerned glances. Then, I'm gonna be real, Chief. You're very suspicious. Shizuki came back inside looking sullen and dripping wet. Father Airy wasn't with him.
すまない。目を離した隙に、エイリ神父がすごく面白いことに。
That's really funny. Literally, Shizuki was clearly downtrodden, but he made a bizarre choice of words.
しずきさん、まさか、エイリ神父が。そのまさかみたいね。あのエイリまでやられるなんて、何者なのよ、一体。
That's a good question. I don't know if the Groucho Marx glasses could do that. The foyer fell silent. Shizuki was biting his lip, clearly ashamed of losing track of the priest and falling for the killer's trap.
宗十郎、その手に持ってるのなんだ？
Looking closer, I could see something long and fluffy in his hand, about 8 inches in length.
いや、館の東側、サンルームの前に落ちてたんだけど。
When did Okami come out? Okami release date. When did Okami come out? Oh, like 2006. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's... He held up what looked like a golden dog plushie. There was a strange pattern on its forehead.
5人目の犠牲者ね。
He got turned into a marketable plush toy.
それベオ？じゃあ、あいつがサンルームの前にいた人影？
言われてみれば、確かにベオだったな。
Have you seen Bayo as a wolf?
あれ？もしかしてあいつ、俺たちに助けを求めていたのか？
If he was, what did that mean? Bayo saw the killer outside the sunroom, was made to laugh somehow, remembered we were inside and tried to get our attention? Ritsuka was the one who warned us to stay away from Bayo. She said she was used to dark nights. Did she know that the silhouette was Bayo trying not to laugh?
ベオは何か見つけたのかもね。密かに一番頼りにしてたのに、痛手だわ。それで宗十郎、エイリはどのあたりでやられたの？
西側の森だ。
Can you explain what the funny thing happened? Yeah. Oh, you just don't know what it is. Makes sense, try not to perceive the laughter. He's gonna be crucified. He's gonna be crucified, right? Everyone held their breath in anticipation. We all braced for the gruesome description of the priest's demise.
見上げたら
木と木の間に
Oh,
クモの巣みたいにロープが張り巡らされていて、
we ran into that before, didn't we? Oh, here it is.
その中心でくねくねしたポーズで死ん
Oh,
でた。
oh no, not like
なん
Christ.
か裸になってバラ加えて
Oh no!
Eh?
Instinctively, I turned to face the laughter behind me. That's what gets you? What? I couldn't even recognize the laughter. It all happened so quickly. Sister Yuika turned to stone as soon as she heard Shizuki's report.
ユイカさん石化して死んだ。
悲劇ね。生地耳で世界を捉える人だから。しずきくんの言葉をリアルにイメージできてしまったのよ。
Oh my god.
俺は普段この人と神父がどんだけ険悪なのか気になって仕方がないが、
That's not
ともかくこれで7人だ。
That's not how I expected her to go, at all. Unfortunately for us, all the people who posed the greatest threat to the killer were gone. The clock approached 1 a.m. Oh, we're almost at the witching hour. I swear to God, if that's actually a plot point. Unable to go to the drawing room, those of us left behind were stuck standing in the foyer. It was surprisingly dark in here. I mean, it's not too bad. The guest rooms were probably better lit, and I considered going there. Might look weird going by myself, though. Was Ozaki's older sister, the 13th guest, really here? I couldn't go back to my room yet until that mystery was solved, at least.
とりあえずユイカさんの彫像は部屋の隅に移動させよ
I just imagine him moving it like Animal Crossing, just two hands on it, moving it one step at a time. I'm not exactly
う。重
wrong.
いな。すごく重いぞユイカさん。
She will break out of the petrification and punch you for that.
飛び丸手伝ってくれ。
はいよ、俺後ろな。見た目通りいい曲線してやがんな、ユイカ
She's
さん。
also way shorter than I expected. I kind of took her for being very tall.
シスター目当てで教会に通い詰める野郎が多いわけだ。
That's fair. Even in this situation, Shizuki and Tsukiji were friendly. I couldn't believe how calm they both were. I felt like I was nearing a breaking point. If something jumped out at me, I'd die of shock before I died of laughter.
クマお茶でも入れてこようか。顔色真っ青よ。
ありがとうけどいらない。
The last thing I wanted was to have to use the toilet, and I was scared of venturing far into the mansion to find one.
お余裕じゃない。その調子なら朝まで持ちそうね。エイリとユイカさんは残念なことになったけど、ある意味ちょっと安心した。このメンツなら気心知れてるし、疑い合うこともないしね。
There's still Aritsuka.
あとはトーコを見つければ。
You know she's dead in your room.
いえ、それには及ばないわ。
Oh, here it
で
is.
今までよくやってくれたものね。アコちゃん。
She found it in her room.
リツカさん。
She used this time to go look. Yep. The voice came from the stairs. Ritsuke had returned from her search for Bayo.
何よ今のどういう意味リツカ。
Aoko, to be fair, you were very much like, don't go in my room.
だから芝居はもういいってことです。チェックメイトよアコちゃん。どうしてこんな強行に及んだのかは全然わからないけど、物的証拠が真実を示しているの。まだ断定はしないけど、十中八九あなたがスイーツハーツ最有力候補よ。
Nice.
何
Nice
言い
lightning.
出すのよバカリツカ。私がスイーツハーツだなんてそんなわけないじゃない。ないわよね。ないはずだと思うけど。
しらばくれるのもそこまで。ベオ君を探している時にあなたの部屋を見させてもらったわ。動かぬ証拠がそこにあるのよ。
あんたどうやって私の部屋に入ったのよ。鍵かけてあったでしょ。
You very clearly didn't, considering we went in your room in that other route, too.
私の数少ない特技。
Oh, never
本
mind.
格
She's
スイ
just a
ピッキング
criminal.
です
ないから本格でピッキングはご法度だから。そんなんで人が必死に隠してた死体を見つけるとか反則じゃない。
Ozaki was losing it. We all stared at her, silently.
いやそのテ
to him?
宗次郎、青崎の部屋は？
東館の2階の突き当たりだ。
Just narking. Immediate narc. We follow Ritsuka to Aozaki's bedroom. Our suspect tagged along, pouting and sulking.
ドアを開けるわ。
Ritsuka opened the door. We moved from the dark corridor to the equally dim bedroom. When I entered, I was greeted by the sight of a... alcohol? Karaoke. What? Oh, mood. A woman beautiful enough to make me question my sexuality. I mean, fair. What's on the wall behind her? Clutching a microphone in one hand, cradling a huge bottle of liquor in the other, taking a satisfied eternal slumber. And the walls. Oh my god. What the heck? Were plastered with bizarre posters.
急性アルコール中毒。
Oh.
これが動かぬ証拠よ、アコちゃん。いくらトコちゃんが邪魔だからって、こんな恥ずかしい姿のまま放置しておくなんて。
I'm just more surprised. Where did these posters come from?
トコちゃん、私はプログレ派だなんて言ってたけど、本当は演歌好きだったのね。
Really?
しかもマイマイクまで持っちゃって。
Does she actually prefer enka ballads? Dang. Dang, points go down.
ああ、身内の恥すぎる。だから見せたくなかったのに。
Ozaki was squirming up a storm. Did she kill her over the fact that she's not a real rock star? She doesn't like rock?
思い返してみれば、
Yeah.
青崎は自分の部屋に誰も寄りつかないよう動いて、この人の死体が見つかったらいろいろと不便だから。
違うってば、私も被害者なんだって。昼過ぎに部屋に戻ってみたら姉貴がいきなり死んでるんだもん。そりゃ隠すでしょ普通。
残念だが、青崎、お前さんの弁明はもう遅い。それならどうして13人目がいるかいないかを話し合っているとき、姉貴のことを話さなかったんだ。
I think that would be a very big like a big literal self-report, you know.
だってあの時に切り出してもどうして黙っていたんだって追及されるじゃない。エイリとユイカさんからしてみれば私を弾劾する絶好の機会だし。
I mean, as opposed to now when it's even worse seeming.
それなら黙っていて私の手で犯人を捕まえようって。
そうかしら。13人目がいるって状態にしておけば、アコちゃんが自由に暗躍できるからじゃないの？事実、トコちゃんを探そうとしてベオくんもエイリさんもユイちゃんもリタイアしちゃったんだし。
だからそれはエイリたちが自滅しただけで。
悪いな、青崎。クオンジの説明からすると、スイーツハーツとやらは自分でもわからない。
I don't feel like this is that it is who it is. I don't feel like it's her.
暴くには動機より状況証拠を優先しないといけない。現状、最も今までの犠牲者たちを殺害できる可能性があったのはお前だ。
No. Cause, well, no. I was gonna say about Aries' death.
ええ、
Hmm.
悲しいけど、これ推理なのよね。
Tsukichi and Ritsuka grabbed her arms. Shizuki casually helped.
どうするつもり？まさか疑わしきは殺すってわけ？
落ち着いて。隔離するだけよ、アコちゃん。犯人と思わしき者は警察が来るまで閉じ込めて強行をストップさせる。ミステリーの情動ね。
No.
外から鍵をかけられる監獄っぽい部屋はあるかしら、あっちゃん。
それなら地下室があるわ。雪山のペンションにありそうな細い階段から直通の狭い部屋が。青子にはそこで一晩明かしてもらいましょう。
You just want to do it just to put Aoko in there.
スキーアト！そのペンションの名前スキーアトとか言わないアリス！
青崎、お前さんがスイーツハーツでないにしろ、そこに閉じこもっていれば安全だろ。これは最後の保険でもあるんだ。
確かにそういう理屈になるわね。民主主義的に閉じ込められる隙を見せた私の負けってことか。
Yeah, We should have locked her up from the start. If Aozaki really was Sweet's heart, no one would die from any sudden bouts of comedy. And if she wasn't, then he'd survive until the game is over. He'd. Oh, Tsukiji. Who wouldn't protest, though, if they were labeled prime suspect? It felt awful to be the one handing down a verdict. One of us had to be unlucky enough to take the fall.
でもこれだけは言っておくわ。相手はとんでもない切れ者よ。もしかしたら
What?
本当に姿のない13人目はいるかもしれない。
What do you mean by
最後まで
that?
気を抜かないで。
What do you mean by that? Those were Ozaki's last words. After shutting her in the cellar and locking it from the outside with a padlock, we finally breathed a sigh of relief. Whoops, didn't mean to press the rewind button. I'm not sure about that. I wasn't so sure about that.
これでやっと眠れるわ。それじゃあみんなおやすみなさい。
Ritsuka disappeared up the West Wing stairs.
私も休ませてもらうわ。しずきくんはエイリ神父にあてがっていた部屋を使って。
あ、そうだった。ありがとう、アリス。
Miss Alice and Shizuki retired to their respective rooms. It was just us left. I mustered up the courage to look at Tsukiji.
くまり、話ちょっとだけいいか。
築地、少しだけ話さない？
Oh, cute. We smiled at each other. We both had the same idea, apparently. Dang, 2 in the morning. I'm dead at that time. They're in the same room. Things had gotten really out of hand tonight. It was an ungodly hour. The storms raging outside seemed to portend the end of the world. If we laugh, we die, and yet here I am with a guy I've had a crush on for 3 years.
お茶を入れられるな、ここ。
コーヒー、すごく苦いの。
そりゃ豪気だ。甘みは必要ねってか。
They have a cute little dynamic. That sounded a little sarcastic, but I know he didn't mean it that way.
話って人物 A のこと？
お、まだ解決とは言えないからな。
Nope.
くまりだって、青崎が 100% 星だと思ってねえだろ。
It could be him. He passed me a coffee and I slowly brought it to my mouth before taking a sip. He was right. I didn't. We were both on the same page.
青崎が該当するのは確かだけど、それを言うなら律香さんもしずきもだしね。
And it is very strange that we've seen the glasses on Shizuki.
信頼できるのはクオンジさんと事件が起きてからずっと一緒にいた私たちぐらいじゃない？
We'll just ignore the fact that Alice killed Riddell.
ああ、クオンジは信用できねえだろ。あいつ、基本的にプロイとやらの味方じゃねえか。
そうなの？確かにずっと中立っぽい態度だったけど。根拠は？
犯人探しをする気がないっていうのと、そうだな。勘で申し訳ないんだが、人物 A とやらに肩入れしている気がする。
She did just kill Riddell just to do it. I feel like.
そりゃそうでしょう。プロイってクオンジさんの持ち物なんだし、もう人物 A はプロイが化けてるんだし。だから中立だったんじゃない？
いや、そっちじゃない。今動いているプロイじゃなくて、使ったやつに対してだ。
That would point towards Shizuki because, you know, they kind of have a thing.
だってあいつ、怒ってなかっただろ？自分の持ち物が勝手に使われたっていうのに。
おう。
He was right. Does that mean Miss Kuonji knew who the killer was?
知らないとは思うぜ。だが、あえて口にしていないことはあるだろうな。例えば、スイーツハーツとやらの詳しい特徴だ。リデルの口ぶりからすると、使う人間にはある種の特徴がありそうだった。スイーツハーツは誰にでも使えるもんじゃねえと思う。ほら、妖刀とか名刀とかで、持ち物が持ち主を選ぶって言うじゃね。
Could a thing really choose who uses it? If so, did that mean Miss Kuonji was empathetic to it?
しかし、今更だけどな。くまり、 俺とコンビでよかったのか？
Well, that came out of nowhere. I tried my best to stay calm as I answered.
それはいい。私、築地のこと信頼してるし。
いや、この場合まずいだろそれ。
It's true.
今夜に限っちゃ信頼しているやつほど危ねえじゃねえか。
そうね。疑ってかかるぐらいがちょうどいい。
そういうこと。この事件で一番
Trust
信用し
nobody,
ちゃなら
not
ねえのは
even
自分だ。
yourself.
リデルのやつが二人一組で行動しようって言い出したのはそのあたりも含めてだろうよ。二心同体、スイーツハーツとはよく言ったもんだ。
Oh my god, sweethearts, is that what we're going with? We put Riddell behind us.
じゃあ築地は誰が一番怪しいと思ってる？
全員平等だぜ。怪しいってんなら俺はまだ時津のじいさんの死体が本物かどうかさえ保留してるしな。
It is the only one that actually doesn't resemble the person who died, you know?
青崎が自分の部屋を隠していたこともありゃ真犯人にうまくはめられたんじゃないかって思ってる。
Yeah, I think
一番
it's
の強敵を
Aoko just hiding her in the
真っ先に封じに来た結
room
果かもしれん。
just because.
青崎がはめられた？
Yeah.
ああ、事実上あの行動力の塊みたいな女が自分の部屋を隠すことで手一杯だっただろ。それに妙なこと言ってたじゃねえか。青崎の姉貴がいつああなったか。くまりはどう思う？
Whoa. I feel like, well, okay, so it has to be early. We saw her. We saw her early on. So it'd have to be, well, I mean, then that could be between 4 and 6. I feel like, because the party, I'm going to say between 4 and 6, because we see her outside around 4, right? So I'm going to say between 4 and 6. I think Toko must have died somewhere between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m.
まあ、断定できない以上、憶測は憶測でしかねえけどな。
Wonder if any of these actually will make a choice difference, though. Let's see here. If we go 2 and 4. I think Toko Ozaki was the first victim. Okay, this is the better one.
そう考えないと
Yeah.
青崎の行動
Yeah,
はおかしい。
Toko was the first victim. Because, yeah, Ozaki Aoko was weird right away.
青崎は午前中は街で買い物をしていた。青崎姉は
True.
あいつが部屋を留守にしている間、
True, and she was...
くまりたちを
Right,
連れて
remember when
一
she
人
was
で
weird in her room? Weird outside in the
15時
hallway?
半頃、
Yeah,
私、
when she was weird.
向かい廊下
That
で
was
青崎
3:30.
とすれ違ったけど、あの時、東館の奥、青崎の部屋は演歌地獄になってたわけね。
Enka Jigoku. Enka Hell.
まあ、断定できない以上、憶測は憶測でしかねえけどな。それよりだ、くまり。ネックはいつ殺したかじゃなく、どうやって殺したかだと思わねえか。山城にしろ、営利神父にしろ、あの鉄仮面たちを笑わせられるのはよっぽどのセンスだ。殺害可能時間は平等にあっても、そのセンスだけは限られる。この点で言えば、まあ、
I don't know.
宗次郎やらベオやら木の実
We
やら
saw
は除外され
Sojiro
る。
with the stupid glasses. And Konomi's funny. In a cringe funny way. Tsukiji had latched onto something big. Why hadn't anyone else thought of that? Hosuke's jokes only made people cringe. Yeah, but cringe is a form of humor. Beo didn't even understand the concept of humor, which is strange that you actually knew that, but... As for Shizuki, I've met planks of wood that get jokes quicker. Our discussion carried on until nearly 3 a.m. I yawned. I was by no means relaxed, just exhausted. After everything that's happened, I'd be surprised if anyone had any real energy left.
夜更かししすぎたな。そろそろ眠り時だがどうする？念には念だ。俺もそこのソファーで眠るってのもありだが。
She could be like, no, just this once, with me. He was clearly on guard for Sweethearts disguised as Ozaki or someone else. I yawned again. Decision T. As long as I lock the door, but I won't be able to sleep. No helping it that... I'm curious about the top one. I want to see what happens. I'm curious. I'm curious. Should be safe as long as the door is locked, but we still had other things to worry about.
いい。ここまで来たらあと少しだし、だいたい全員を疑えって言ったの築地じゃん。
そうだったな。俺も容疑者の一人だった。さすがクマリ、余計な心配だったぜ。
Tsukiji turned to the door, ready to leave. Tried to say something.
関係ないけど、ひどい一日だったのに、築地はなんか
It is
満
true.
足そうね。
What the hell was I saying? I was just embarrassing myself.
何人も死んで、自分も殺されかけた一日か。
Luckily, you took my question seriously.
けどまあ、なんだかんだと楽しかったからな。クマリもそうじゃなかったのか？
His considerate reply was so reassuring, I almost forgot my anxiety.
意外。築地はこういうの鼻で笑うかと思った。
そりゃ見込み違いだったな。こういうバカ騒ぎ好きなんだよ、俺。ふざけた人生を送りたいんだな。
何それ。幻滅。
I was being serious. It reminded me of the time when I first realized I'd fallen for him. Tsukiji was an amazing person, but he was squandering his potential. He didn't want glory or to move up in the world. It felt like such a waste of human capital. I could never do that. How long have I been watching him, wanting to kick his butt into gear?
こっちも今更だけど、築地割と人付き合い悪いじゃない？なのにどうして私とは普通に話すの？
そりゃお前さん、親にも教師にも頼らず6年間一人で戦ってきたやつには敬意を表すだろう。じゃあな、朝になったらロビーで会おうぜ。
And with that, the room went quiet again. For some reason, I felt a tight, squeezing sensation in my chest.
なんだかんだと。クマリもそうじゃなかったのか？
Tsukiji's words replayed themselves over and over in my head. Yeah. He was right. Maybe it had been fun. Man didn't drink his tea or coffee. Come on. I woke up to the sound of birds chirping.
そう。
We're gonna wake up and everyone's gonna be dead. The clock read 5:30. The sun was beginning to peek over the horizon. My ability to rise early was one of my few strong points, so I must have been really exhausted. I foggily examined my wrinkled clothes in the mirror. My body was still asleep. I was too tired to even make tea, so I just grabbed my wallet and card case off the table. The case contained my commuter pass and some pictures I took each year. So that's where that picture comes from. Because I remember hearing, like, I've seen this picture. That's where it just comes from. I had a rare shot of Aozaki making a fool of herself at this year's school festival. She either drank champagne thinking it was a soft drink, or someone slipped alcohol in the juice cocktail. Next thing I knew, she was all hyper yelling about wearing someone else's clothes. I got a great shot of her with my disposable camera. I love that photo so much, I carried it with me in my card case everywhere I go. Whenever I feel down, it always cheered me up to look at it. Remember how adorable Ozaki could be. It was a side of her that nobody who knew her would expect. Especially her comedic side.
あれ？
Wait a second. Did I just think something I really shouldn't have that would be incredibly bad to bring up now?
そうだ。みんなは？
I rifled through my overnight bag to see if anything might be of use. Turns out the stuff I brought to cook with was worth bringing. I hovered over my cleaver, ultimately deciding to take the walk with me. You could do defense and attack with a walk. Play a Dynasty Warriors game. I went out into the hallway. The air was slightly cooler than inside the guest room. Silence had fallen over the mansion once again. There was no sound, no sign of life. It was like the storm never happened. Tsukiji's room was empty. Shizuki wasn't in Father Aries' room. Nobody was in Ritsuka's room either. Called out in the void of the West Wing, but got no response. I was alone. I headed down to the basement where Ozaki was confined, down a narrow staircase to a door. The padlock had been broken clean off from the outside.
Aozaki.
I braced myself for whatever was to come and opened the door. Oh boy. Same hair sprite. Inside the tiny cellar, I saw a dead body lying face down. The beautiful long hair was all I needed to know that it was Ozaki. She wasn't breathing. She'd scrawled something with her left hand in her last moments. It was a dying message written in blood. I could feel the disdain in the words.
やっぱりって言うな。
Told you so.
やっぱり。
That's kind of funny, writing at told you so. Ozaki wasn't the killer. It wasn't clear when she was murdered. But whoever the killer was broke the lock, made her laugh, nonchalantly went upstairs and... I tried to control my breathing and my racing mind. Everyone was dead. Everyone was dead. Probably only the killer and I were left. But the sun was already up. Wait, not completely. If the rule said it ended in the morning, the game wasn't over yet. I had to get out of here now and figure out who the killer was. There was no winning this unless I did something. Everyone was dead. No turning back now. Decision you. Can we actually make a guess? If we can actually just make a guess, that'd be... Let's just guess. Guess who the killer is. I thought I should try to deduce who the killer is.
落ち着け。もう条件は揃ってる。
Yeah. I controlled my breathing and began to organize the facts in my head. I didn't have a decisive answer to the killer's motive, method, or identity. There was only one thing I knew for sure. Tsukiji had said it many times. It's not about who committed the murders, but rather who could have committed the murders. The first murder, Tokitsu's capture and death by explosion. We could exclude the following suspects. Me, Miss Kuonji, Tsukiji, Hosuke, Father Eri, and Sister Yuika. Okay, brain is going to Shizuki right now. The second murder, Mr. Yamashiro's fabulous funeral. Impossible to rule any suspects out. At a stretch, we could maybe exclude Miss Kuonji. We don't know where Mr. Yamashiro was killed, but we were all looking around after Mr. Tokitsu's murder. It's unlikely the murder was committed within that 10-minute gap. We couldn't rule it out completely. Third murder, Hosuke and Riddell. Who cares? Fourth murder, Bayo. It can't have been me because I didn't search for Ozaki's sister. Neither could it have been Tsukiji, Shizuki, or Ritsuka. Wait. The fifth murder, Aries Webb. We were in the foyer, so it couldn't have been me, Tsukiji, Ritsuka, or Miss Kuonji. The sixth murder, the Yuika statue. This one doesn't matter either. The seventh murder, the elder Ozaki's death by alcohol poisoning. This might actually have been the first murder in the timeline. We could exclude maybe only Miss Kuonji barely. That's everything I knew. Now it came down to a simple process of elimination. Who was the invisible killer who made everyone laugh? I think the killer must be... Decision V. Oh my god, is it character... Oh my god, it's a character select. This is amazing! Oh my god, it's a straight up fighting game character select. I'm looking for a secret character. This is like Danganronpa. I'm just looking. Right, I'm pressing up. I'm pressing up to make sure that there's no one else that is secretly on here. Okay. So, I'm going to... This is great, though. This is really good. I think it's Shizuki. I think everything is pointing at it being him right now. Let's see. It was Shizuki. If the facts are pointing to anyone, it was him. He knew this mansion inside and out. He'd been helping out with the birthday party so he could move about freely without raising suspicion. But the biggest piece of evidence was the glaring discrepancy between his and Miss Kuonji's alibis. Shizuki said he was in the mansion in the morning. However, that's not what his landlady said. She said no one was around to help, so she locked the place up herself. Oh, I didn't even notice that. If she did that on a regular basis, she wouldn't have bothered to mention that. Miss Kuonji wanted either Shizuki or Aozaki to lock the doors. Aozaki said she was in town that morning. That's likely why her sister was able to enter her room. Shizuki lied about being at the mansion at that time.
決め手がそれだけっていうのが
Let's see. Thought that there was more I could pin on him, but I wasn't sure about that right now. I had to find Shizuki before morning. Before... Someone was behind me.
あんたが犯人ね、雫
Oh! Eat this! I took up my trusty walk and swung it as hard as I could before he could lay a hand on me. It connected hard. Harder than it should have. Shizuki, I only saw him briefly, but I knew it was him. He collapsed to the ground and a strange item tumbled onto the floor. It was the kind of cheap fake glasses and nose you'd find in any bag of party favors.
そんなんで笑わせるとかあり
Right? The only ones who would were Miss Kuonji, who didn't get out much, and Aozaki, who thought so much of Shizuki. Whatever, I started running. As long as I'd guessed the killer correctly, I'd beaten the game, but maybe Shizuki would recover and come after me. I decided to escape through the foyer. If I could make it to the forest outside, I'd win. It had to be morning by now. Uh-oh. It was still dark outside. What? How? How was it still dark out?
あなたよくもやって
Huh? A resentful female voice croaked from the foyer. Wait, female? Wait, what? But... Wait, what? Who could that be? Run. Just run, run. I was confused, but I could still run. I tripped and fell. As soon as I stood up, I tried to take a second to think. I was mistaken. The game was still on. If that was true, then Sweetheart had won. Shizuki was the killer, I was sure of it. I'd said it out loud and I was still alive, wasn't I? Oh my god, the clouds. Remember the rules. If you accuse someone and you're wrong, you die. As long as I was still alive, Shizuki had to be the killer. Was I wrong? Was I missing something?
さっきの犯人当てあれがヒントなのは間違いない考えるんだ順序立てて
I heard footsteps getting louder. Morning was almost here. This is my last and only chance. Decision W. Is Miss Kuonji a neat freak? Why did he come to the party? Are there two types of murders? Names define us. What do you mean by that? Names define us. I'm just really curious about that one. Names define us. There had to be two. Yeah, two. It was impossible to explain some things if there was only one method. But what if there were two? First, to consider the nature of the murders. They could be divided up into the times the killer made the victim laugh and times when the victim saw a dead body and laughed. Hosuke, Riddell, and Sister Yuika fell into the latter self-destructive category, but it might have applied to another victim too. Bayo. Bayo died outside the sunroom after he laughed, but there was nothing in the sunroom that could have made him laugh. It was unlikely anything had been set up in the forest, not when the weather was so bad. So the trap must have been laid inside, but not in the sunroom. What about above the sunroom on the second floor? Ozaki's bedroom was directly above the sunroom. Maybe someone had asked Bayo to look into Ozaki's room from the outside, and then Bayo had seen something. Toko out of her mind dead drunk. That would make him laugh. Bayo knew Toko well. There was definitely a chance he'd laugh if he saw her like that. It was ingenious as traps went. Either way, even if he didn't laugh, the person who asked him simply told him to check so they wouldn't seem suspicious. It would only make people suspect Ozaki sooner.
殺害方法は2種類あったんだ犯人による直接的な方法とその後の犠牲者を利用した二次災害それと同じように
There were two killers. Riddell's suggestions, Tsukiji's suspicions. Teams of two. Intimate betrayal. Two minds, one body. Sweet's Hearts, the prayer ploy Kickshaw. In retrospect, it was such a revealing name. If Sweet referred to its pudding body, then what about Heart?
人間だ。敵は複数形だった。
That meant that there were two Sweet's Hearts. In this game, the killer and prime suspect had to be separate people. The prime suspect used a ploy, while their accomplice carried out the killings. Shizuki merely played the role of the suspect. I had guessed correctly, but I hadn't seen the full picture. That must be why I wasn't out of the woods yet, so to speak.
待って。待って。待って待って待って。
Okay, that's not what she said, but I like it.
それならもう答えは明白。あとは、ほら、あの問題を検証すればいいだけだ。
Decision X. Who's always being watched by everyone? Who could act? Yeah, what about this one? This wasn't working. I couldn't think straight. At this rate, I'd never figure out who the killer was. If I couldn't use my head, I'd have to rely on my legs. Okay, that wasn't the right answer. Okay. Let's go back and try that again. Let's see if picking the different answer does this. Is Miss Konji a neat freak? Okay, so that's the death one. Okay. The it wasn't working. Well, you know, we'll at least do. Okay, we'll at least see the ending. Get out of here, and then we're gonna see the death at least. The game would end if I could just keep getting caught from sunrise. As long as I survived, Sweet's Heart would win. The storm was over. If I could just make it back to the city, everything would be back to normal.
嘘。
I've been heading downhill all this time. How am I back at the mansion? Been heading downhill all this time, so how did I end up back at the mansion? Huh! The ground distorted. My senses went haywire. I must have done something wrong. Suddenly, a voice whispers in my ear.
皆殺しおめでとう。
Oh, it was a voice of terror that I'd never heard before. Yet it sounded so familiar. Bad end. Bad end. Names define us. So, who could activate a ploy? Only one of them could have caused this all to happen. I considered who could have activated the ploys. Is it possible to find out? Don't know. One was missing from the vault. The door was blocking the way. Kuonji locked it. Scattered invitations. Who to trust? 3-day weekend birthday party. The first one is wrong. Right. Our prime suspect was. Decision Y. The prime suspect was. Alright. It was you. Was there a simpler explanation? Because I might have been wrong all along. Because what? What do you mean? What? Wait. Is there someone else? Well, let's see here. Was there a simpler explanation? Wait. Oh, frick. Can we not just choose randomly for this one? Wait. Is it myself? No. Wait. Is it Riddell who just kept not dying? Let's see here. It was a female voice. Let's see. We haven't seen you die, actually. Okay, no. I'm just trying to think here. Okay, I do think it's Alice. I'm going to stick with Alice for now. Was there a simpler explanation? Because I might have been wrong all along. Let's see here. Nope. Okay. Wait. Is it you because you're the last survivor? I'm sure because I've decided... Because everything happened the way I decided it should. Wait, that wasn't there before. Because I'm last survivor. Is that going to prove us that one? Oh, well dang. That option was not there before. Because yeah, if you're the last survivor, then that means that it is. I'm sure now because everything happened the way I decided it should.
私だ。
Yeah, could only be me. The fact that everything had gone the way I thought was proof above all that I was Sweet's heart. I keep forgetting the hearts, but I think it's better that way. And as Sweet's hearts, I couldn't remember anything that worked against me. I had to look at this objectively. Who activated the ploy Kickshaw on the day of the party? The answer was no one. Miss Kuonji personally locked the room where she stored her ploys. No one could possibly break inside. As long as there weren't any special tricks, we could eliminate that possibility entirely. It was only logical. Therefore, if someone took the ploy, they had to have done it before today. They would have broken in before she locked the vault. Only someone who had accidentally come on the first day on the long weekend would have had the opportunity. So why did they come on the first day by mistake? Simple. The invitation itself was wrong. A birthday party will be held at the start of the long weekend. The blockhead who wrote that on the invitations sent them out to 3 people total. Of those people, Toko Ozaki probably had it all figured out, but she laughed at something she wasn't expecting, so that took care of her. Then there was Mr. Yamashiro. He'd said that he'd gotten his invitation that morning. Everyone else had received theirs before that. It's highly likely it was delivered directly to his mailbox instead of being mailed. If Shizuki was working with the prime suspect, they likely would have edited the invitation. Shizuki became an accomplice on the first day and then invited Mr. Yamashiro on the morning of the second day. This was to hide the fact that the prime suspect was accidentally invited on the first day. Mr. Yamashiro wasn't just invited to be killed, but to act as an alibi for the culprit. Then there was me. I was sure the party would be on the first day of the long weekend. Based on all this information, the only people who could have activated the ploy were me and Shizuki. I could only imagine the kind of hospitality he must have offered Kojika Kumari for suddenly showing up on the wrong day. But it wasn't unreasonable that he put out tea and snacks for a fellow schoolmate. The problem is, where did Shizuki obtain those snacks from?
ああ、気づいちゃったか。もう
Oh,
少しで私の勝ちだったのに。あの子も予想以上にうまく
are
やって
we
いたん
going
だ
to
けど
see
な。
villain Kumari? Just then, from the mansion, another me appeared from the mansion. Come on. The one who had been Shizuki chasing me. Whoa! Yo, that design is rad! That design is 10 out of 10. That design is so good. Wow. I got up off my knees to face my other self. Persona time. She nodded yes, admitting defeat.
そういうあなたもスイーツハーツだけどね。私は彼に化けていた方で、あなたは彼女に化けていた方。
So like we switched?
でもあなたはクマの小鹿と完全に同じだから、スイーツハーツとしての記憶を持ってるのは私だけだけど。あっそ。じゃあ消えて。これでゲームクリアでしょ。もうじき完全に日が昇るわ。いいの？クリアしちゃって。このままならあなたの勝ちなのに。勝者の報酬は惜しくないの？何それ。聞いてない。
Yeah, now she's like, hold up, wait. Wait, what do we get?
クマリ小鹿が私を食べるとき、何を願って？
The hair color's
終
different.
わりたくない。もっと今がこの半熟卵みたいな曖昧な生活が続けばいいと思っ
She
た
made
で
an
しょ？
egg joke in there. You didn't really put it in the English.
なんで高校生活は3年だけなのか。どうして自分はあんな無駄な時間を過ごしたのか。
God, this is hitting hard.
なんで素直になれなかったのか。
The Queen of Hearts, and says it
そうい
clearly.
うの全部ひっくるめて叶えてあげるのが私。願掛け卵思春期限定女の子限定のプロイキッシャースイーツハーツなの。どう？納得いった？納得なんていくわけないでしょ。脳書きはいいし何があったかなんて知りたくもないから。もうおしゃべりはたくさん。ノータイムでリセットよ。あんたはここで。だって私の使用条件は片思。
At the end of the day,
消えて。犯人はしずき。使用者は私。くまり小鹿よ。
no.
そんな女の子にあるまじき。
Look at this Sephiroth background. Jeez. There wasn't anything left to wish for now that Tsukiji was dead. True. That makes sense. Hello? Is that the end of the game? Are we just gonna all wake up all together? Just like, whoa, that was wild. What a party. I woke up to find myself on a wooden floor.
あれ、私なんでこんなところに？
I slowly picked myself up. This was the hall of the Kuonji estate. The grandfather clock told me it was almost 7 in the morning. At the edge of the foyer was a woman dressed like a nun, collapsed on the floor like me. Oh, she was just asleep. The mansion was quiet, but I could hear several noises if I strained my ears. There was the clinking of kitchenware, footsteps down the corridors, old doors creaking, and...
おい、どうなってんだこれは。なんで俺らクオンジの家で寝てんだ。起きろ、木の実。話聞かせろ。
Familiar voice echoed from the second floor. Somehow, the tightness in my chest lightened, and I stood up. To be honest, I was relieved. I glanced down and saw something like an eggshell and a note. There were just a few words on the note, scribbled in pink crayon.
恋に生きたっていいんじゃない？は？
Stupid sweet brain. Even after you're dead, you're still a pain in the ass. Besides, I was too passive to do that. It's how I fell for your trap to begin with. Sweet's heart's tone was lively, yet strangely encouraging. Cracks began forming in the eggshell, and then it crumbled. Like a JRPG enemy. Taking everything, even my memories, with it.
あれ、なんかあった気がするんだけど。
I picked up the note in front of me and frowned at it. Irritated by the presumptuous, obnoxious scribbling, I crumpled it up, and after a moment's hesitation, stowed it in my pocket.
お、クマリも来てるじゃねえか。どうなってんだこりゃ。パーティーの開始。
There was a commotion coming from the stairs, plus the face of a guy I hadn't heard was coming. Quickly turned away and checked myself in a nearby mirror. Good, nothing too out of place.
どうなってるか聞きたいのはこっちの方よ。クオンジさんの誕生会って本当に今日なの？招待状の日付間違えてたんじゃってあれ？
Where was this deja vu coming from? Must have been my imagination. It's awfully rare to have a birthday party out at the Kuonji estate. Our high school days were numbered. The season would be over before we knew it. I had to make sure I finished with no regrets.
お、小鹿じゃん。お前も呼ばれたわけ？アリスちゃんと面識あったのかよ。
そりゃあるわよ。青崎と友達やってれば。てか少しは落ち着けホウスケ。あんたガキの頃から成長ないんだから。
おうおう、さすが幼なじみ。な、その調子で木の実をしつけてやれよ、くまり。周りと何より本人のためになるぜ。
いや、奥積まれたってお断り。労働と報酬が釣り合わないし、私無駄骨折ってる時間ないし。こいつ叩いても元通りになる形状記憶合金だし。
ちげえね。じゃあまあ、こいつはほっといて、クオンジに挨拶に行くか。
I wonder if any of them have a way to retain the memories.
その前にあそこ、シスターが倒れてるぜでんか。俺が抱き起こしちゃっていいかな。
Oh, buddy.
いいんじゃねえの。最悪、てめえが乗されるだけだし。
Tsukiji sounded like he was enjoying himself. His words traveled through the halls. Dust particles flitted in the air, appearing and disappearing in the rays coming through the skylight.
まあそういうオチもいいっちゃいいか。
An oddly cheerful voice summed up her honest thoughts. I was gonna say like ending B. The mad rhapsody drew to a close. She smiled in her own way, each to their own. Everyone had a choice, to lament the little time one had left, or to gamble on it. Perhaps we find things beautiful because they don't last. Someday this would all end, but not just yet. This jolly tale was simply another book to add to the shelf. Youth is both fleeting and never-ending. The stories of young boys and girls are full of hardships yet unseen. Which means, my friends, we shall no doubt meet again. That sounds like a don't worry, Mihoyo 2 will happen sort of thing. Anyone can sleep but not laugh. Now I get it, why it's called that. Yo, this ending, Koja Kumari heroine, friend Ace sacrifice, told you. Alice, Sleeping Beauty. Shizuki, leaves unexpectedly. Tobimaro, Gone Like the Wind. Hosuke, bomb victim. Eri, Stormy Night Tragedy. Ritsuka Suse, sentenced to tickling via electric chair. Leaves due to petrification. Died happy. Flower explosion. Fluffy form. Bros and Dad, the Kamaris. Black Hawk prototype crew. McCoy Bob Strange somehow survived. Toko Ozaki, acute alcohol poisoning. Died like an NPC. Mycodio Ploye, cosmic murderer. What is happening? Sweetheart, sweetheart. Toki Ulick, Robin the Crook, Puppet Kuonji, Grando Cosmetics, The Ploy Kickshaws, music taken from Witch on the Holy Night, filming location. Wait, this was a movie? This was all a movie? Oh, there's a skip button, but I'm afraid to skip. There's a skip button, but I'm afraid to skip. What is this song? It's kind of a jam. It's kind of like Battle Network. Why is the no, I'm gonna hold to skip. Why is the beat of it familiar though? Like the way that it goes. Fin. Did I get the platinum trophy? Culprit is here. Wait, what? Sorry, is there another one? There's more? Shut up. Also, question. I don't have GTA. What else is there for trophies? Like, actually. How is there 4 left? Oh my god, this just keeps going. There's more ploy stuff? I mean, I'm happy, but... Roar, the Great 3. Getting Fate Grand Order vibes right now.
しかし、指定場所に来たものの、アリスさんの姿はなし。時間と場所は合ってるはずなんすけど。
いいえ、その必要はないわ。私は昨日からビバーク中なのだから。
From the sky? Yes! In a cocoon! People really do that, and that's terrifying. Oh my god! You got drip. Wow. I don't have words for what's happening.
山を甘く見ないことよ。渡り鳥が山越えをするとき、何割かは越えられずに脱落死する話を知らない
She's
の
the
かしら。
type to be like, I just thought that was very neat.
油断すれば即デッド。好きあらばこれキリング。それが神々の住まう頂への礼儀と知りなさい。
つまり、いつもと何も変わらないってことっすね。
Chicken jalfrezi? That's crazy?
繰り返すわ。山と私を甘く見ないで。今日はいつもの2倍はやる気に満ちている。
She's dressed like a Dreamcast character.
やっべえ、なんかスイッチ入ってるっす。
Isn't that an Australian thing?
さあ、なぜなにプロイの時間よ、ロビン。今日は気分がいいから、とっておきの話をするとしましょう。
ああ、ついに来たっすね。三大プロイグレート3について。アリスさんの母上の、そのまた母上の、そのまた母上の。とにかく初代っすね。
Okay, so they're like the first ones. Okay, the first generation ploys, I see.
それが三大プロイ。はじめの魔女が作ったとされる偉大な賛否。
The first witch. Is that a different character than the goddess of witches?
橋の巨人テムズトロル。月の油フラットスナーク。
I feel like they're too modern.
あれ？何だ
Hmm.
ったっす？
最後の一体はまだ秘密よ。今回はテムズの話をしましょう。
Wait, what do you mean it's still a secret? Don't we know the big 3? Haven't we been told them? Okay, bridge troll.
元になったマザーグースはロンドン橋。ロンドン橋落ちた落ちた。ロンドン橋落ちた。マイフェアレディ。
Mm-hmm. Varies with version. Figurine of a lady. The manifestation size with the summoning site can only be summoned near a river. No matter the golem's size, will cease to function if its original form is
日
broken.
本語訳されて音楽の教材にもなっているから。
別名って落ちたらるっす。こいつザク相手にしか活躍してないっすよね。
相手が悪かったのよ。それに私との相性も悪いし。
Huh.
実は私、テムズをうまく使えないの。私が権限させられるのは2段階目まで。3番目と4番目の歌詞は
The
未知の領域よ。
the lyrics, the more lyrics, you get different versions.
3番目と4番目ってなんすか？
ロンドン橋の歌詞よ。火と土は流される。レンガとモルタルは崩
Yeah,
れてしまう。
okay, I don't actually know about that
鉄と
line.
鋼は折れ曲がる。銀と金は盗まれる。テムズはロンドン橋のプロイだけど、時代に沿ってそのあり方を変えてきた。だから
Interesting.
今はマザーグース通り4種類の姿があるの。
Because there's versions that I know that are different. So the different versions are different. Oh, cool.
ウッド、ストーンの他にまだ先があるんすね。
ええ、ロンドン橋の歌詞なんて
Yeah.
今時調べれば
Right.
誰だってわかるのだし、そもそも私どうあってもストーンまでしか使えないわ。
So then
ネタを
there's.
ばらしても支障はない
Wait,
でしょ。
okay. So. London Bridge all verses. If I look it up. Let's see here. Wait, London Bridge? There's Roman bridges? The first London Bridge was in AD 43? That's weird. All right, I'm trying to look for the full song. Okay, so let's see here. Origins. No. Viking attack explanation. Child sacrifice explanation. What in the hell am I reading? I'm just trying to I'm just looking for the lyrics, man. Okay. So build it up with iron bars. Iron bars will break. Gold and silver. Gold and silver. We've not got. Okay. So that one has gold and silver. But where's the other one? The brick and mortar. Because I don't see that on here. Okay, so build it up with sticks and stones. Okay, so that's the stone version. Wood and clay. That's the wood version. Iron and steel. And then the last one, wait, no, there's actually more. Iron and steel, then silver and gold, and then bricks of Shaw. What is bricks of Shaw? What is a brick of Shaw? What's a brick of Shaw? What are Shaw bricks made of? Oh, oh, that's like is that the clay and mortar? No, because wood and clay. Weird, I don't know. It doesn't help it's translated from,
そもそも私、
Japanese.
どうして
私、人間の文明社会に興味がないもの。
Huh, okay.
私の心象世界にある橋は木と石まで。
なんと無敵のアリスさんにも弱点があったんすね。ああ、いや、振り返ってみればそんなに無敵じゃなかったっすね。アリスさん負け星の方が多いっす。自分と恐ろっす。でも風の噂によるとテムズトロルは世界屈指のゴーレムと聞いたっすよ。最高
Could he
級の
beat
テムズトロルはどれくらい強いんすか？
the noble phantasm of the dude? The Adam Malketer or whatever?
そうね。テムズを最後まで
Which
建築できる魔
alive
女
who could
が
take Thames to its
も
final
し現代
form.
にいるのならそのテムズは奥の手を
Interesting.
出し切っ
Okay.
た青子でも倒し
So
きれない
that's power scaling to the strongest golem. Sounds good.
産業革命時のスモッグ都市ロンドン。その異名を
Wow.
上回る都市の巨人として
Interesting.
権限するのだ。
へへへ、また大きく出たっすね。都市っすか。 口だけなら何とでも言えるってやつっす。アリスさん、その見えっ張りで負けず嫌いなところ直した方がいいっすよ。
ありがとう。それじゃあ早速性格改善に付き合ってもらおうかしら。まずは口だけならというところから。出番よテムズ。あなたの力を見せてあげなさい。
Oh, are we gonna see what Tames looks like in this art style? Let's see. Play the Chrono Trigger boss music. Let's go.
というか、すでに出落ちの体の上だったっす。初めから自分に逃げ場はなかったっす。
そうよ。だから言ったでしょう。
いや、そういう意味じゃなかった気がするっす。
Oh, how? I just got it. Oh, that was just its fist. Rip. Oh, that's cute. So we don't know the last of the Great Three, I guess? Or maybe we do, but only in other stuff. Alice's Echo. Alright, so let's do this one. Okay, so this is Flat Snark. So are we... Oh my god, cartoon version of the ending here. Let's go. The cool fight, yes! Magic Castle in the Mist, Flat Snark! This is funny because it's actually... It's funny because they're actually making a movie of this now.
知ってるわ。でも耳障りだったから。私権限で編集さんに
This will be very ironic if all of Robin's lines are cut from the movie.
もう何もかもアリスさん中心なんすね。
Telecom tower, that's a shower. The Great Three.
2体目ね。誤解されそうだから言っておくと、スナークの本体は液体よ。
Okay. Because, you know, when I think of mist, I think it's a liquid.
スナークの2つな月の油っすね。
I guess oil
フラット
is a
スナーク
liquid.
の名前は誰がつけたんすか？
あなたもよく知っている彼女だけど、私、彼女と仲良くなるまで、プロイに名前をつけていなかったから、強い順とか、思い入れがある順に、
Haha.
1番、
Okay.
2番と呼んでいただけだったの。
順番？番号じゃなくて？名前をつけないぐうたら。いや、シンプルさはアリスさんらしいっすけど、なんで順番？
God, I'm so excited to see the movie version of this fight in
だ
particular.
って、番号をつけても混乱するだけでしょ。どれが強いか、どれが好きかなんて、日によって変わるのだし。だから気持ち次第で、その日ごとに順番は違ったわ。1番はディドルが鉄板。テムズは大抵3番か4番だったわね。ああ、思い出した。彼女とプロイで遊んでいるとき、それで困ったことになって。
I'm going to assume this was Riddell. Oh, there we go, yeah.
明日新しいパパがやってくるの。だから6番のプロイを貸してちょうだい。私おめかしして出迎えたいの。
Oh god, which one was the sixth one at this time?
そういった彼女に、私、その日は基本的に、これは6番目と決めていたプロイを貸したわ。
もう大体わかったっすけど、一応聞いておくっす。
Was it the Jabberwock?
後に、彼女が
No,
ゴブリン
Goblin
フロンと名付け
Frond.
るようになった香水よ。その
Oh
香水をかけ
no.
ると、一日、悪口とスラングしか言えなくなるの。その後、彼女はプロイに名前をつけるよう提案してきたわ。なぜか涙で赤くなった目で。これはスイーツハーツ。これは
Grips
スクリ
Humpty,
プスハ
Diddle
ンティ。
Diddle, Flat Snark.
What about
Okay, so she
Diddle
came up with the names.
これは
Interesting.
フラットスナーク。
Okay.
いい？名は体を表すというでしょ。私、そんな変換間違いのような名前より、その日の気分で分けた方が楽でいい？あんたの気分なんて他人には分かんないし、その度に私の運命が狂っていくことをもうちょっと気にしてちょうだい。それに近い将来、こういう名前がトレンドになる時代が来るから、絶対。すぐに飽きられるだろうけど。なんで、どうせつけるなら生かした方がグッドでバッド。
Oh,
せっかく私た
that's
ち
kind of funny because I always thought they were a bit weird with the names. I'm like, they don't really make full sense. They sound just trying to be cool. That's literally what it is.
それ以来、私はプロイを名前で呼ぶようになった。 いちいち名前を覚える手間はあったけれど、プロイを間違えることはなくなったわ。
Also, shout out to just getting to hear this song again.
まさにコロンブスの卵ね。なんていう発想の柔軟さ、斬新さかしら。
そうっすね。自分も思うんすけど、アリスさんって時々すごく。
Oh, there goes. Out of the park. That's a home run,
やられ
baby.
てしまったわね。
油なだけによく燃えるっすね。スナークはどんなプロイなんすか？
本編で大体のあらましは語っている。
Something about an upside down skull is actually more threatening than a bright side up one, you know? Oil said to be belly fat from a nomadic god dating back to the age of gods. Interesting. Oil floating like a membrane over the night hides its true form with clouds and fog, and its weakness is fire.
その貴重な油を青子さんは燃やしてしまった。
Body and Doyle, that's some oil.
残念ながら不可能よ。この時代ではスナークを生成することはできない。
So you're just screwed.
こうして貴重な文化遺産はフィーリングだけで生きている野蛮人に壊されていくんすね。
Calm down there, Altera.
文明を蹂躙するのって面白い。しかし出落ちに続いてスナークもこのざまとか。何がグレート3っすか。甘え。グレート3は甘え。しかし自分やるプロイスから
Pretty damn good.
するっすよ。あーい、外の店員さん、この残った油でとりあえずフライドポテトでもあげてくれ。
あら、あなたにしては明暗ね、ロビン。それじゃあ私はフライドチキ
So
ンにしてもらおう
Robin
か
can't
しら。
get hurt, but what if you ate it? What would happen?
外のメニュー、ホットドッグとポップコーンとポテトしかなかったっすよ。自分映画館はまず飲食店のメニューからチェックするはずから。だいたい映画館でフライドチキンとか匂いがブライっす。他のお客さんに迷惑っす。
Stink? Wink? What are you talking about?
知っているわ。でも安心して。私お腹は空いていないから。
There's something about this pose for Alice, the kind of hunched over one, that I really love.
食事として頼むわけでは。
Oh!
高温で全身満
Oh my god.
毛先から毛穴まで茹で上がるのは
Oh my god. Oh goodness.
でも世界にはまだまだ未知のシーンが隠れているっすよ。
Sandshoe, thank you.
映画はここまでのようね。同時上映のある劇場も最近は減ってきたわね。
That was the thing they used to do, yeah.
最後に3体目の紹介をしたかったけど、それはまたの機会に。
Am I gonna have to go to the wiki for that? Are they gonna have to do the wiki, or am I gonna get a final one here?
長かった本編を楽しんでくれた皆さん。
Oh no, this seems like the
終わ
end.
るようでなかなか終わらなかった番外
God,
編に
isn't that the
付き合ってくれた
truth?
皆さん。魔法使いの夜はこれで
Ah.
一旦の終了となります。続きはまたいつかどこかで。旅する星がスルリと落ちて、
Hmm.
あなたの胸に輝く時に。
I'm a bit sad it's done,
それ
but
では長らくのご視聴ありがとうござ
I
い
do
ま
have
し
to
た。
check if there's any secret endings. Ah. Thank you. Pinktrude World Tour. Okay, that's probably Riddell's brand. Alice's Romance. Oh, is this a new song? All stories complete. Wait. What's left? Legendary Detective Kumari. Alright, so we need to get a secret ending, I guess. Alright. So I'm just for the sake of this, I'm gonna go. So this is specifically so Witch on the Holy Night extra walkthrough. So let's see here. Trophy guide. How do you clear the extra? Okay, I found it here on PS profiles. So Skip text. Let's just see here. Do all this stuff. So extra, okay, do all the main story. This one has different ones. Make a wrong choice to lead you to the bad ending. So Legendary Detective actually requires you to see them all, but for the sake of the true ones, you can only choose the good ones. Okay, so for that we just need to get all the other endings. Okay. Okay, so let's just see here. I'm just wondering if what we've done, right? So bad ending 1 was just going home. Okay. We tried that. Bad ending 2 is stay in the rooms till morning. Okay, so just see here. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Whoops. Okay, no, we didn't read. Oh, that was the thing there. Okay, so we're gonna skip through here. So let's go through the ones that we haven't necessarily, I don't think, got. I'm just gonna skip ahead, and then once I get to the one, I'll be back. So we'll see you in a second. All right, so this is now us agreeing to stay together or go to our rooms now that Ridella's dead. So we'll see if something new happens because of this. This apparently leads to a new bad end, so. I raised my hand. In favor were Ozaki, Sister Yuika, Shizuki, and Bayo, who voted along with Shizuki. Those against were Ritsuka, Father Eri, Tsukiji, and Miss Kuonji. With Bayo as the tiebreaker, our side won. Is this just going to lead to what is roughly going to be the same as the other one? We'll see here. Pee in the corner. Because it'll be Sojiro who has to clean it. Everyone had to be exhausted from a long night of deduction. We barely spoke as we headed off to our respective rooms. I locked up the door and lay down on the bed. Just in case, I decided not to change. Oh, is this the same? It's labeled as not. The day was almost over. Once midnight passed, the first day of our 3-day break would come to a close. I never imagined spending a vacation like this in a million years. Nope. Big nap time. My eyelids grew heavy the instant I lay down. I knew I still had things to consider, but warm slumber embraced me in my moments. Or in moments. Oh, now it's the same. Okay. So this is labeled as a different ending, though. The last thing I saw. Okay. And then dead end. Right. So roughly the same ending still. Like it did lead to the same thing. All right. The next one we need to do is okay. We'll go there. So in that case, I'm just going to load the save. Oh, yo, beautiful. I didn't even see that. That's nice. That's really nice. So we need to start from decision R. Do we have a decision R one? Let's go with... okay, so we can start from, we have... N is where we go sounds dangerous. S is too far. Okay, we'll go from here. So we're gonna now go sounds dangerous. We're gonna say there's a 13th person. Might as well just show this because I have the guide at least, and it's fairly easy. And so now we're gonna wait for everyone to return. Best wait for them to return. I actually kind of went the right way there. I don't see this ending well at all. I feel like this is a horror movie. This would be the part that gets us killed. And then, yeah, that was just for the one line. We see Bayo. And then Yuika's dead. And then... yeah, this is where we agree on... okay. I can rest easy now. This is the take the short way out. Oh, I can rest easy now. Well, hey, guess what? If we didn't know it was her, then this would be where we would. I returned to my room alone. Even with Ozaki in confinement, we still had to stay on guard. I locked the door to my room and lay down on my bed. All that was left to do was wait for morning. So much has happened, but at least I could finally sleep without worrying. God, if you're listening, make everything go back to how it was by the time I wake up. Is this going to be the same bad ending? Oh no. Okay, this is going to be different. I woke up to the sound of birds chirping outside.
朝に
The clock read 5:30. The sun was beginning to peek over the horizon. My ability to rise early is one of my few strong points. Foggily examined, yeah, that's about the same. It was quiet outside, like the storm didn't happen. Silent morning with no sounds of movements or talking in the house. Stepped out of the hallway, feeling a vague premonition coming on. It was quiet. The air was crisp. Tsukiji's room was clean and tidy. Father Aries' room was clean and tidy. Ritsuka's room was clean and
誰
tidy.
か
That's
生きている人
That's really not the right time to say that. I yelled into the void of the west wing, but no one responded. My hunch was spot on. Something was wrong. This mansion was now the cleanest, quietest place in all of Misaki. It was over. I went down to the basement where Ozaki was confined, down the narrow staircase to the door. The padlock had been broken clean off from the outside. Inside the tiny cellar, I saw a single dead body lying prone. The beautiful long hair was all I needed to know who it was. Ozaki. She wasn't breathing. She hadn't been the killer. It was unclear what time she was murdered, but whoever the killer was broke the lock, made Ozaki laugh, nonchalantly went upstairs, and cut off my means of escape. They were going to show up soon. They must have been hiding somewhere, waiting for me to come down into the basement. The stairs were the only way out. If the killer followed me down here, I was trapped. Whoa, woobity 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 woob!
まあもうどうでもいいか
I was at a dead end. Game over. Victory to the real killer. My thoughts were interrupted by the sound of footsteps. The footsteps of death. Dead end. Well, there we go. There's the other. Okay. Next up, bad ending 6. We need to do... okay, so now we go to... continue. It's a good thing I made a bunch of save points. We need to... Oh, nope, not that one. It's weird that you hit continue and it goes there. You have to go search from bookmark. So we need to go decision T. Okay, so final actions. This one is... no helping it then. Yeah, we didn't see this one. That's how it has to be, then there's no helping it now.
そうよね万が一の時便利だし私はほら兄貴が売るほどいるから男子と一緒の部屋とか多分慣れてる
Want to be honest? I read those questions backwards and I originally wanted this to be the one that I did first. But I read it wrong, and so we're not doing that. We didn't do it, and it was the right way.
そりゃ頼もしい。じゃ、ソファーを借りるぜ。
Oh, you mean the sofa in this room? I thought you meant the sofa outs... Okay. That's where I was confused.
俺も気を張り続けて疲れた。クマリがいるなら、ちっとは安心して眠れる。
Tsukiji quickly fell asleep after raising his hand to wave goodnight. I looked at him all wrapped up in a blanket.
何それ
Seeing him fall asleep so quickly helped me to feel relaxed too. I definitely didn't want to get excited in a situation like this, plus I was beat. I didn't have any pajamas, and didn't feel like changing anyway. For comfort, I did remove my wallet and card case from my pockets and place them on the table. They keep bringing that up specifically, before sliding under a blanket fully clothed. I couldn't fall asleep as fast as Tsukiji, but I could feel myself drifting off already, into a deep, deep sleep. Did I just hear laughter next to me? Oh, dang. Now we're back to... Woke up to the sound of birds chirping. Clock read 5:30. The sun was beginning to peek over the horizon. Yeah, so this is roughly the same. Yeah, Tsukiji's supposed to be in the room. I went to sleep in the same room as him. Finally realized that he wasn't where I'd last seen him. There was nobody on the sofa. Just his clothes. They were laid out neatly, like they were on display. It was like he'd shrunk so small he disappeared or melted away somewhere. Maybe he wanted to die by completely vanishing. Oh, that's really sad. That's really sad. I tried touching his clothes. I touched his blanket and the sofa. His warmth had long since faded. My card case had fallen where his hand might have been. I could guess what happened. He never fell asleep. The card case fell over and he saw the picture of Aoko. He pretended to so I'd relax, then he stayed up to watch over me all night. This was a locked room murder. It was clear what the murder weapon is, and I was finally so close to figuring out who the killer was too. I picked up my card case and left the room feeling empty inside. I'm so sorry, Tsukiji. As Ozaki's friend, of course you'd laugh at that photo. Dang. It was quiet. The air was crisp. Mine was blank as I almost laughed. Tsukiji's room was clean and tidy.
誰か
So this is going to be roughly the same now, it looks like. Yeah, we're going down the basement. It's going to be the same thing, huh? Yeah, down the staircase. Padlock was broken. Okay, yeah, this is all the same now. Fortunately, we won't be able to fast forward unless it will count now. Nope. Single dead body lying prone. She wasn't breathing. I broke the lock. And cut off my means of escape. Yep.
まあもうどうでもいいか
Yeah, so now we can... That's it. Dead end. Okay. I think we only have... Oh no, we do have more. We do have more. For this ending, you will have to reach the true ending first. Wait, there's a special ending? Okay. Alright, so there's apparently a special, super difficult ending that you can only get. So I was like, man, it's kind of weird. I feel like there'll be a crazy one. And so we have to do literally a perfect run for one of them. Okay. So, let's do, we have one more first, which is basically just choosing the wrong character in, oh no, we actually have, okay, wait. So, we need to go to decision U. U. It's the I should keep running till morning. That's the one we have to do. I think it would be best to run away until morning.
あれ
Something felt off for a second there. It was as if my decision was completely different from the words that came out of my mouth.
うんそれどころじゃない
Okay, this is,
早
yeah,
く
this
逃げ
is
ないと
different. The game would end if I could just keep from getting caught until sunrise. As long as I survived, Sweethearts wouldn't win. Storm was over. If I could just make it back to the city, everything would be back to normal.
嘘
Been heading down the hill. Didn't we see this? And then isn't this? The sky goes crazy, and then we get the thank you for killing everyone. Right. Suddenly, a voice whispered in my ear. Yep, this is the same one. Yep. Bad end. Okay. So, for this one, we do decision V. Choose any character, it says. Well, it's going to be any character probably except for the one that you need, right? So decision V. Deduction 2. So let's go with, it was Toko.
ダメ根拠が薄いこれで指摘したら私がアウトだ
Alright, let's see. I didn't know who the killer was, but we were the only ones left in the mansion. If I made a random guess and ended up being eliminated, I was finished. In that case, maybe we should make a run for it and win the game anyway.
あなた
Oh, look. A shadowy figure crept up behind me. It raised its hand as if to say hello.
我々は宇宙人だ
The primitive directness of his greeting caught me off guard. That was a laugh. You're dead.
しずきあんたが犯人だったの
そうだ我々はやったぜやったぜ
The
いや
voice.
その演技はいいから
I struggled to inject... This is a new song. Struggled to inject calm into my voice and to keep my arms and legs from shaking. That voice was really something. So much that I was more concerned with making it stop than whodunits or howdunits.
我々は火星人だ。
Stop.
そういう話でもなくて、いいから真面目に話せバカ。私、笑っちゃったからもうすぐ死ぬのよ。せめて最後に、どうしてこうなったのかをぶちまけて。
すまないが、それは説明できない。俺が話せるのは、俺の事情だけだからだ。
Interesting. I mean, we know how this goes, but I'm thinking if I didn't, Shizuki could only talk about himself. If this didn't go, like if we went another way with this, this would have been very interesting. Does that mean there was someone else?
くまり、君にわかるだろうか。1年間、ひたすら冗談のセンスがないと言われ続けた男の気持ちが。パーティーを盛り上げようと勇気を振り絞るたびに、お呼びじゃないと突き返される
Oh,
男の気
oh,
持ちが。
buddy, I get it.
よし、わかった、ぶん殴る。
I didn't even want to think about this anymore, but did he seriously do all this to prove he had a sense of humor? I'd say he failed the moment he put on that ridiculous disguise, but was there any reason to help a
で
murderer?
も、それで笑うのは青崎とクオンジさんくらいよ。そんな一発芸で笑う文明人が他にいるはずがない。
いや、でもくまりは。
本当にぶん殴るわよ。
ごめんなさい。なんでもないです。
あれでしょ？築地たちを笑わせたのは青崎の写真でしょ？
そうだ。あれこそ切り札だ。
Oh, wow, that's what got
同時
them?
に、
All of
それは
them?
俺の報酬でもある。
All of them? Any of the guys who knew Ozaki would laugh at that picture of her. Particularly Mr. Yamashita. Yeah, okay, no, yeah, that's right.
犯人は
Oh yeah, well okay, so that was the moment where you're supposed to kind of put it together. I tried to speak, but the words didn't come out. I played right into Sweetheart's hands. The killer, Shizuki, was the last person left standing. Well, I had failed to guess correctly and just stood there, mind blank. I was just one step away. I'd almost figured it all out. I just focused more in the evening, and thought it through a bit more. Thankfully, we got that one ourselves. Oh, we got it! Then what's Bad End 9? Oh, is Miss Kuonji a neat freak? Well, that's it! We got them all! We'll finish here! Baby, that's a platinum! That's 27% is not bad, though. Right? Can I share that, baby? Can I share that? I got this? I can't, actually. Because there's no stuff, but I can go, dang! Platinum get, baby! Which is good. 27% of people have gotten almost all the way through the game, so I will take that, right? And that's like one of my first platinums in a long time. Well, that's it. That is The Witch Has Been Wholly Knighted. I loved this game. I really did. And just to double check, let's check here. We got all this CG art. Let's make sure. Because, I platinumed the game, but I sure hope I didn't actually, like, miss a scene. Well, I can't for 99% of it. What am I talking about? Right? There's a lot in that little final section. Oh, it's not fully organized. Okay, I see. God, what a good game. Sound mode, we got all the music. Let's make sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. What a game. I'm very happy I own it like 4 times. And the way it really ended in a way that made it sound like they really will do more. And again, people saying, no, they won't do more. It's, other stuff is taking precedent. Nah, it's gonna be sticking around. I feel like it will be... I feel like it is going to be a case where, yes, Grand Order... the second half is finishing, right? And so after that, with this popularity and, I think it'll be after Suki Remake's second half, which, don't worry, we will be getting to that. I'm waiting for specifically, one, if they announce it in the next little bit, and if not, we'll do the fan translation once both the stories are done and I'm caught up on Melty Blood. That's kind of the plan. But yeah, otherwise, this game was awesome. the extra chapters. I felt like the second half of the bonus mystery was not as good, but I do like everything about that bonus chapter, and I loved everything about this game, and it was a great experience. I still say it is, well, better than Tsukihime. I don't think this reaches the heights of Stay Night, because the catharsis of Stay Night was next to, like, there's never been anything that made me feel like the way Stay Night did on its ending. Go watch me crying to see that, right? But then again, this is a smaller adventure. Literally, it's 25 episodes as opposed to like 100 something. But yes, thank you all for watching, everyone. This was awesome, and we will see you around next time for whatever else we're going with. I have a few ideas, right? We'll see. But for now, it's the end of Witch on the Holy Night. See you next time for some more Nasuverse commentaries. Ciao.